And good morning, and thank you for tuning in yet again this morning as we are bringing you continuing live coverage of the Norton American Legion baseball team as they are competing in the state championship tournament this weekend. I am here with Max. Well, I am not here with Max. I'm here in the studio, and Max is in Concordia. Good morning, Max.
Good morning, Andy.
All right. Now I got you all figured out. You'd think after last night I'd have it all done and ready to go.
That's all right. Learning process right now.
All right. You are on the air.
Okay. Welcome back to American Legion Baseball here from Concordia, Kansas. It will be Norton and Corning taking on in their second game of this double elimination tournament in the bottom side of the bracket. Corning found themselves here with a 5-3 loss to Concordia yesterday, and of course Norton got shut out last night versus Iola 8-0. We're going to take our first break of the night for the national anthem. Be back here in just about a minute and a half for Norton baseball here on KQNK.
Everyone at United Northwest Federal Credit Union stands behind and supports all the efforts of the Norton American Legion baseball team. Good luck from United Northwest Federal Credit Union, where everything they do for you.
Donovan Excavating knows the Norton American Legion baseball players and coaches will dig deep and try hard to win the state championship this weekend. Donovan Excavating is your first call for all of your oil field and farm dirt construction needs.
Hopalong IT Services of Norton wishes the best of luck to the Norton American Legion baseball team this weekend. Hopalong IT Services offers local IT support for residents and small to mid-sized businesses.
Everyone at Moffitt Drug are big fans of the Norton American Legion baseball team, and they know the team will bring their game this weekend at the state championship tournament. Good luck from Moffitt Drug, your hometown pharmacy in Norton.
Breeze Crop Agency joins in on cheering the Norton American Legion baseball players and coaches as they breeze through the competition this weekend. At Breeze Crop Agency, they know the importance of investing in you and your future.
Cole Family Eye Care is cheering on the Norton American Legion baseball players and coaches as they compete in the state championship tournament. Cole Family Eye Care provides quality eye care and vision needs for the entire family.
The bank is proud of all of the players and coaches of the Norton American Legion baseball team and all they have achieved this season. Good luck this weekend at the state championship tournament from The Bank, here for all your ag loan needs.
Max Blasky back with you here on KQNK as Norton American Legion baseball is back on your dial. It's an early morning first pitch here today, 10:30, game number 2 in the first game of the morning. Marysville took Independence 6-2 and laid their way to the 8:30 game later on this evening. Norton trying to do the same thing here today, trying to save off elimination in this double elimination tournament in Class 2A state baseball from American Legion. As mentioned before, Corning fell to Concordia last night. They ran into a pitching performance from Concordia's starter, Braden Primo, who absolutely shut down Corning 4-6 in the third inning. Primo was pulled after his pitch count got met after 1 out in the 7th inning. Corning ended up putting base runners on, getting 3 runs across in the bottom of the inning, had 2 runners on with 2 outs, but a pop-up closed down the comeback berth for Corning. As for Norton, it was a complete game shutout, one that the offense did not show up. It was a huge pitching performance for the Iola starter in that one, Corbin Cloud. He went 5 2/3 innings, struck out 10 Norton batters to start that contest off, and that's pretty much how the game continued on for Norton. We're going to take a look at our starting lineup. Norton will be the away team here today, so Corning will start first at batting. Batting for Corning here today, Hunter Lehman will be in center fielder. L.J. Kelzer will be at catcher. Drew Gibbs at shortstop. Race Fisher at third base. Brett Heidemann at first, Henry Heidemann at center fielder, Paxton Bowers at second, Ben Haverkamp on the mound, and Miles Wimberly will be in right field. So for Corning, it will go Lehman, Kelzer, Gibbs, Fisher, Heidemann, Bowers, Haverkamp, and Wimberly. As for Norton today on the mound, it will be the big righty Caden Seams, goes about 6'2", power pitcher here today, power on power in the pitching matchup, as the Corning team last year got all the way to the semifinal game here in Concordia. Starting lineup now for Norton. Number 8, Colin Springer will be at shortstop. Number 12, Logan Willauer in right fielder. Pitcher last night, number 50, Jane Boyle will be at first base. Number 6, Owen Hammond in center field. As before mentioned, on the mound, number 44, Caden Seams will be at pitcher. Number 30, Gavin Solheim will be at catcher. Number 13, Carter Kendall at third base. Number 17, Ryan Prevost will be at second base. And number 7, Tyler Stewart will be in left field. So the Norton lineup will go Springer, Willauer, Boyle, Hammond, Seams, Solheim, Kendall, Prevost, and Stewart. Norton will be in their away dark blue jerseys with a white Norton across the chest and white numbers on the back with pure white pants. Meanwhile, Corning will be in their baby blue uniforms with a dark blue numbered on the back and blue Corning across the chest with gray pants too as well. This is a double elimination tournament. Winner go home here in this contest, an early morning game as we get ready for first pitch here on KQNK. Pitcher comes set. That will be Seams' first pitch. It is 10-19 as we get this contest going. First pitch is going to be a ball from Seams. 2 hits yesterday for Lehman as he leads off for this Corning squad. The speedy center fielder trying to get on base now here up in head of this count 2-0. It was a decent pitching performance last night by Jaden Boyle for Norton. Just a better pitching performance from Iola. One in which, before mentioned, Corbin Cloud went 4 1/3, 2/3 innings, struck out 10 Norton players, in which Norton could not get the bat speed up quick enough to pick up that fastball early on in the late game yesterday. Early morning game here for both of these squads. 10:30 getting it started as pitching or throwing a strike down the middle. There Seams gets this count back somewhat in his favor, 2-1. Seems a little bit slower delivery than Boyle worked yesterday. He's going to be pretty deliberate. High leg kick comes in from the righty. He's going to get a foul ball here from Lehman as we knot this one up now at 2-2. As before mentioned, this Corning team was held scoreless on an excellent pitching performance by Braden Primo yesterday for Concordia. So the offense can be a little flustered from Corning. If Norton can keep that offense down from Corning, they certainly have an opportunity to make some noise and stay alive in this tournament. Corning did get deep in the tournament last year, and talking to a few players and family members from that Corning area, located there in East Nemaha County, then most of those players are back on this year's squad. 3-2 payoff pitch here. It's going to be grounded to the first baseman. Boyle tries to get onto it, but it's going to be a foul ball. We're going to say full count now here at the first batter of the game. As always, a big appreciation to the sponsors making this broadcast possible here today. And, of course, thank you to Mandy Fick back in the studio, making everything run just as smooth as it does. 3-2 pitch, payoff pitch to Lehman, and it's going to be low and ball 4. So we're going to start this game off with a walk by Caden Seams. Seams getting an opportunity here this morning. L.J. Kelzer will step into the batter's box now. Right-handed batter, number 6 for Corning. He will be catching here today. 1 for 4 yesterday in the contest versus Concordia. Seams comes set with the pitch. High leg kick brings it low at the chest. That ball gets away. It's going to be a pass ball by the catcher, and Lehman's going to move up to second on the pass ball. So already in scoring position, Corning here early in the first inning. It's kind of been a theme here at Concordia over the weekend. First innings, we're seeing some runs. Pitchers tend to settle in. Second, third, fourth inning. Now we'll see how this first half of the inning goes for Norton. Foul ball straight back into the netting. Kelzer pops this one even now at 1-1. Seems big right-handed pitcher, before mentioned, going about 6'2" out there on the mound. Power pitcher, a little less finesse than Boyle was yesterday, but still try to throw strikes. That's the key to this contest. Seams comes set out of the wind-up, fouls this one down the first base side. It's going to be now favor in count of Seams 1-2. taking his time here, delivering his teams. Talking to head coach Scott Ellis earlier today, he did say, different pitching style compared to yesterday, but still as an effective pitcher as Norton has. Before mentioned a young team this year for Norton. Now the stretch, the 1-2 pitch, that one's going to be fouled early down the left-hand side as Kelser's going to stay alive with this one. Both batters battling hard here early against Scenes, already up in the double digits for pitching here in the first half of this first inning. No scores. We're just getting started here on it. Norton American Legion Baseball here with KQNK. Kelser's going to be ahead of that one, too. Fouls it sky high over the third base side over there over the dugout. We're going to do it again now at 1-2. Working that pitch count for these first two batters has been Corning. Seems comes set. Delivery out of the belt. Ball below his chin. Takes a peek at second. Brings it in. That one's going to be just a little bit high. Decent little frame job there behind the plate by Gavin Tallheim. The blue behind the plate would not buy on that one. We're going to come up even now at 2. I've got 2-2. Scorekeeper's got 3-2. We'll see what happens on this next base. Sets, comes through, runner goes on the 3-2. It's going to be Sky to center fielder, ranging over for the catch was center fielder Owen Hammond. We saw some good plays made by him yesterday out there in the outfield, and they're going to continue here early this morning. First down on the second batter of the game. Good little pop out there, allowing any contact to go through. 3-hole hitter now, Drew Gibbs. Number 11 for Corning will step into the right-handed batter's box. Shortstop, as he had a rough afternoon yesterday during the contest. Seams comes set, takes a peek at second again. Slow delivery from the righty. Going to swing and miss one down to the right side. Prevost can't get under that one as it goes under the glove. Coming all the way home will be Hunter Lehman, and he's in there for the first run of the day. Corning strikes here first on a Drew Gibbs RBI single. Gives Corning the early 1-0 lead here in the top of the first inning. One out now as Gibbs stands on first. Race Fisher, third baseman, steps in. Big power hitter from the right-hand side. Number 10 looking to take a set here. Runner goes off for second. It is going to be a strike. Throw down to second, not in time, as Gibbs steals second with ease. So now runner back in scoring position here today for Corning. Race Fisher, a big power hitter from the Corning area, 0 for 3 yesterday. Taking a few peeks at my comrades over here at Stat Sheet. Had an opportunity to call Corning yesterday. Watched him a little bit, but didn't quite keep my stats, so we'll just steal those stats from him as this game goes on. 0-1 count. Seams brings it into Fisher. That's going to be a strike. 0-2 as Race Fisher quickly behind the discount. He did strike out twice yesterday, so a strikeout victim possibly here for your cleanup hitter. Seams working at his own pace here. Takes a long set. Takes it underneath the chin. Looks in. Throws, pitches, delivered. Fouls this one off high. Does Fisher. Stays alive with 0-2. Game number 2 here today from Concordia. Marysville took Independence 6-2 earlier in this one. Of course, Norton Iola was the last game of the day yesterday. Iola winning that one 8-0. They'll face off against Concordia later here this afternoon. Meanwhile, on the top side of the bracket, Smith County and Hiawatha will meet up at 1 p.m. So win or go home here in this bottom side of a double elimination bracket. Norton comes into this contest 10-14. Corning comes into this run 11-8. Trace Fisher, a little half-hearted swing there. It is going to be a strike. First one there for Seams. Now lefty Brett Heidemann will step into the box. Gibbs still at second after the RBI single. Hunter Lehman started this game off for Corning with a walk. Got the second on a pass ball. Came home on the single hit in by Gibbs. Gibbs then in turn stole second. Now he takes off for third. It's going to be a high pop fly over to the right-hand side. Under it will be Jaden Boyle, and he clinches that one and closes out that inning with a out. So it is going to be one run on one hit. No errors in the field. One man left on base for Corning in the top of the first inning. After one, Corning up one, Norton up next. We'll be back here in 60 seconds.
Bullock Incorporated knows that all the hard work and effort put in this season by the players and coaches of the Norton American Legion Baseball will pay off this weekend during the state championship. Don't forget Bullock Incorporated for all your oil exploration and oil well service needs.
Boxler Insurance joins the community in supporting the Norton American Legion baseball team as they compete for the 2024 state championship. Boxler Insurance, the insurance store providing services since 1931.
Otters, Inc. recognizes all the hard work and dedication the players and coaches of the Norton American Legion baseball team put in all season long, and they wish them the best of luck this weekend. From Otters, Inc., building angle dozer blades since 1958.
Cowpoke Supply hopes the Norton American Legion baseball team hits it out of the park this weekend at the state championship tournament. Good luck from Cowpoke Supply, where they have everything you could need for any building or remodeling project.
As the Norton American Legion baseball team takes their hard work and dedication to the state championship this weekend, Equity Bank follows them with all the support they deserve. Equity Bank, right here beside you every step of the way.
Max Blasky back with you here on KQ&K, Norton American Legion Baseball on your dials here today. Glad to have you all along. A big appreciation to our sponsors that made this broadcast possible, including United Northwest Federal Credit Union, Donovan Excavation, and Norton American Legion, and Hopalong IT Service. Thank you all for supporting American Legion Baseball. Norton goes into the bottom of the first, already down 1-0 here. Hunter Lehman for Corning got himself on base with a walk at the top of the first inning. He was driven in after a wild pitch by a RBI single from Drew Gibbs. Gibbs ended up at second, but was stranded there after a strikeout and a pop-out. Royce Fisher and Brett Heidemann. Leading off the contest for Norton will be the right-handed batter Colin Springer, playing shortstop wearing number 8 today. He's going to pop it quickly to the second base side. Dug out there by Paxton Bowers. One pitch, one out quickly, as that one's going to go 4-6 for the first out of the day for Norton. Not much to write home about the Norton offense last night. Well documented. They got no hit by Iola. Of course, Iola back-to-back state champions here at the state tournament. Iola didn't allow a base runner until the fifth inning, the one in which Norton was able to finally draw one walk and a hit by pitch. Logan Willauer now will be up. First pitch swinging for him, behind in the count now 0-1. Playing right field now today for the number 12 and number 2 hitter in this lineup. Quickly behind in the count now 0-2. Watches the fastball go by the outside. Haverkamp comes set. Big right-handed leg kick. Thought about swinging on that one, did Willauer, but good eye laid off of that one. Not quite as warm as it was last night when we got our game going, but clouds, sun still peeking through in this Kansas sun. Thankfully got a little shade here in Concordia. Nice little breeze, about 5-10 miles an hour, blowing to left field again as Willauer pops that one to the right field side. Had an early morning start again, 8 a.m. Marysville took care of Independence 6-4 to move on to the game later on this evening. They'll take on the loser of the Concordia-Iola game coming up later on this afternoon. Norton looking to stay alive here in this one. And there's a wild pitch over the head of Willauer as he's going to work this count even now, 2-2. In big field here at Concordia, 390 to dead center, 325 to the corners. It is the college field here for Cloud County Community College, so a lot of space. Norton can get some good singles out of the deal and use that speed to get away. We're going to see what Norton can do here, but already behind the 8 ball, trailing 1-0 in the bottom of the first inning. 2-2 is your count. That's going to be a ball, and actually that was ball 4. So now Willauer worked himself a walk, so just as Corning did in the first inning. We're going to work a walk here in this one. And Logan Willauer is going to get an opportunity now at first base. Just talked about it, trying to get some base runners on. A lot earlier in the contest than it was last night. And Norton has their first base runner, and it's going to be Jaden Boyle, your 3-hole hitter. Big first baseman steps into the right-hand side of the batter's box. looking to get something going here, waving that bat above his head. Haverkamp comes set with the pitch. That's going to be low and away. So 4 straight balls now thrown by Haverkamp as he can't seem to find the zone here early on either in the bottom of this first inning. Takes a peek over at Willauer at first. Big right-hand leg kick as he comes set. Pitch in. That's going to be driving into the third base side. Fisher gets it, throws to second, over to first, and can't get the double play. He's going to get past the first baseman. Boyle's going to get on his horse, go in sliding with a second. So runner on second now here for Norton. As Boyle gets on up to second after we're going to go ahead and call that a hit for Jaden Boyle, as he now stands at second with an opportunity to tie this game up for Norton if this offense can get him home. There's going to be a first pitch to Owen Hammond. The left-hand batter stands in there tall and strong, wearing number 6 here today and playing out in center field. Already saw him make a pretty nice play, batting .314 on the season. Takes a big swing and a miss, though, here. Knocks this one up at 1-1. Haverkamp takes a peek at Boyle. Not much of a threat to steal. Still threatening off of second base, though. Good eye there by Hammond. He watches that one go high and outside. Heading this count now 2-1. Haverkamp takes a peek here. In, foul tip off the catcher's mask. Kind of took that one off the unguarded hand. Pops up a little bit. But now count knotted up here 2-2. 2 outs, bottom of the first inning. Corning already leads this one 1-0. Jaden Boyle stands at second after a single and a wild throw by the shortstop. 2-2. It's going to be way outside. Good snag by the catcher just to keep that one from not going to the backstop as the fastball got away from Haverkamp. Norton's already worked themselves 1 walk here in the first, trying to work their second. Full count here now. Boyle will be on the move from second. Stays there. It's going to be way outside. Second walk here of this inning for Ben Haverkamp. Caden Seams, your pitcher now, is going to get an opportunity to try and work himself, an opportunity to get a run across here early on, and we're already going to have an early mound visit from the head coach of Norton. From Corning. Don't have the names of the coaches on the programs here this year, but not uncommon to see this. Mentioned it a little bit early. Seems you get in this style of play, that first inning, that pitcher's kind of always just a little bit off the game there in the first inning, whether it be the nerves, whether it be the moment, whether it be the heat new too as well, as it continues to get hotter here through this morning. We'll have to see how it goes. Meeting is over at the mound. We're coming back now. 2 outs, bottom of the first inning. Runners on the first and second for Norton. Jaden Boyle reached on a single and a throwing error by the shortstop. Owen Hammond just worked himself a walk to stand there at first. Now, 4th straight ball again. Pitch to Caden Seams is going to be high and outside. Seams, big right-handed hitter, wearing number 44, and your pitcher here today. Watches pitch number 2, low and inside for ball number 2. Norton did this last night. They worked bases loaded twice in the late innings. Couldn't come through with any runs as they were no hit by Iola. 2-0 pitch, ripped down the left field line, but it's going to be foul as he was just ahead of that one. Good contact on the pitch, but couldn't quite keep that one timed up. We'll see how this 1-2 pitch comes down too. Single double here could tie this game. Jaden Boyle at first, Owen Hammond Jaden Boyle at second, Owen Hammond setting at first. That pitch gets away from the second baseman. Boyle's going to take off for third. Center fielder's going to throw over to third. Boyle's in there safely. Hammond moves up to second. Now 2 runners in scoring position for Norton as they have a golden opportunity to tie this contest up. Second error already here for Corning on the field. That one kind of a tough play for the shortstop to come over. Now with a 2-1 pitch. Here it comes in. Seems pounds that one foul. Barely on top of that one. Gets it straight back. Timing was there. Just a little bit under that one. 2-2 is going to be your count. Caden Seams, your pitcher here today. Opportunity to give himself some run supply. Runners on second and third. 2-2 pitch. That one's grounded foul again. Right into the Norton dugout. Good catch by Scott Ellis over there on the third base side. Going to keep us even here at 2-2. Corning holding on, 1-0 lead here, bottom of the first inning. 2-2 count, 2 out. Pitch coming in from Haverkamp. That one's going to be high and tight. Just missed inside. 3-2 now. Caden Steen setting in there, right-handed batter, looking to give himself a tie or take the lead with a double. Here's going to be a pitch. That one's too high, too, as well. So 2 walks here in the inning. Already 3 walks issued by Ben Haverkamp. 3 walks here in the inning already issued, as that's going to move bases loaded. And a golden opportunity here by Norton. Again, mentioned, had this opportunity twice last night against Iola. Cannot come through with a big hit. It's going to be Gavin Tallheim with the opportunity now. Haverkamp thought about throwing it to second, but with 1 error already on the shortstop here today, thought better of that one as Hammond dives back in. Boyle at third, Hammond at second, now Seams at first. Tallheim drives this one right to the shortstop, though. Couldn't be in a better position. Shortstop steps on the second base, and Ben Haverkamp gets out of that one without much of an issue. Norton does finally get their first hit here of the tournament, though. 1 hit, no runs, 3 men left on base, 2 errors in the field committed by Corning as Norton goes into the top of the second, trailing still here at 1-0. We'll be back here to Concordia in 60 seconds.
TNC Kitchen roots for the home team and wishes them all good luck this weekend at the state championship tournament. Don't forget TNC Kitchen offers breakfast all day, every day, and be sure to check out their daily noon and evening specials.
Farm Bureau Financial Services of Norton is giving a big shout out to all the players and coaches of the Norton American Legion baseball team as they compete in the state championship tournament this weekend. It's never too early or too late to plan your financial future. You can contact Joy Johnson today.
Fun and Still Heating and Cooling is sure that the Norton American Legion baseball team will play cool under pressure and during their quest at the state championship tournament. Fun and Still Heating and Cooling provides maintenance on HVAC and heating units to keep you comfortable all year long.
Mad Duck Construction knows that the Norton American Legion baseball team has what it takes to go all the way this weekend in the state championship tournament. Good luck and bring home that trophy from Mad Duck Construction.
The Norton American Legion Post 63 is proud of all of the Norton American Legion baseball players and coaches for their hard work this season. Good luck and have fun this weekend as you go for the championship.
Welcome back to Concordia, Kansas. Max Blasky on the call as Norton American Legion baseball is on your dial here on KQ and Kate. Glad to have you all along here this morning as we're getting stuff rolling into the second inning. Norton had a golden opportunity there in the bottom of the first inning to tie this one up, work the bases loaded with 2 walks and a single throwing error by Corning in the field. Just like last night, could not come up with the big hit as Gavin Tallheim grounded out the shortstop in his first pitch he saw in that inning. Back on the mound, Caden Seams working quickly here so far in the second inning. Kind of a little bit slower delivery in that first, but trying to keep a rhythm going here as he gave up 1 run in the first inning, gets the first pitch strike across. Now second pitch is going to be a ball low and away. Seams comes set now at the chest. Big left leg kick brings that one in. Big swing and a miss by Henry Heidemann, center fielder now. 6-hole hitter here today, wearing number 34, Corning. Seams comes set now with the 1-2 pitch. Brings it in, swing and a miss. Second strikeout now for Caden Seams here today. First out is going to be a big one. First out, usually the most important of the inning. As Seams gets that first out. Paxton Bowers up now today. He was 1 for 3 yesterday in the contest versus Concordia. Seams comes set with the pitch one. Got that one across. Second straight batter now. Seams has gone ahead of him with that first pitch strike. Always an important aspect to try and get a hold of here. Get ahead of those batters, and then you control that pitch count. Seams comes set with the second. That one just a little bit high on the fastball. Not too bad, though. 1-1 is your count. Corning got away with a run in the first inning. Hunter Lehman drew himself a walk, got all the way up to second on a pass ball driven in by Drew Gibbs with an RBI single. As now Paxton Bowers drives this one to right field. It's going to be down for a hit. Quickly on it will be Logan Willauer. He's going to hold Bowers to a single that starts off here this second inning with a hit. Ben Haverkamp, pitcher, comes up now, left-handed batter wearing number 12. Just like before, Caden Seams has had an opportunity to give himself a little run insurance. Here comes Haverkamp up now with a man on first. Bowers quick speed over first, big lead. We're going to throw over or fake the throw over. Going to keep him at deck. I'm sure we're going to see him take off here either first or second pitch. One out here, top of the second inning. Corning leading this one 1-0. There goes Bowers. Bowers quickly into second. Pitch is not even going to be thrown as it goes back to the pitcher. Paxton Bowers quick on the base pass. Second steal already here for Corning in this one. Runner in scoring position, single can drive him in. One out, Corning leading 1-0, top of the second. Brings in that 1-1 pitch. It's going to be just a little bit outside. 2-0 is actually the count now on Ben Haverkamp. Caden Seams below or behind in the count now, looking for a strike. Seams comes set out of the stretch. That one's going to be too high. 3-0 now. Seams needs to take himself just a little bit of a breath, settle back into a rhythm. Had a good little rhythm going there back half the first. Started the second out here with a strikeout of Henry Heidemann for giving up that single and a steal to Paxton Bowers. Seams turns to second, gets Bowers back. Runner is back in safely. Single will drive him in, trying to keep him as close to second base as he can. Ben Haverkamp out of the stretch here, comes set below the chin. Long windup, gives that pitch right down the middle. Another give me strike there on that 3-0 pitch. Haverkamp gets set now. Left-handed batter, midway through the box, back deep in it. 3-1 is going to be high and outside, so second walk now already issued by Seams. That's going to put runners at first and second after the walk of Haverkamp. Bottom of the order now, Miles Wimberly, the right fielder, coming in wearing number 9 here today. Runners on first and second. One out, Corning leading here 1-0 into the top of the second. Seams comes set. Runners stay where they're at. That pitch is going to be high and tight to the right-handed batter, Wimberly. Seams got ahead of Henry Heidemann to begin this inning, ended up striking him out. Paxton Bowers popped the single over to the right field. Then Ben Haverkamp fell behind him. Throw over to second, almost got Bowers leaning, but a little bit too quick there was Bowers. Seams fell behind Haverkamp to finish off that thought. Walked him just a moment ago. Now behind Miles Wimberly, 1-0. Seams comes set here with the 1-0 pitch. Runners take off, both of them. No throw down to third, no throw down to second, as it is a double steal for Corning. 2 runners in scoring position now for the Corning squad. Just too quick on that one. Just keep that ball in your back pocket if you're the catcher. Good job by Gavin Tallheim. Tallheim takes this strike, though, right about chest high, as Caden Seams gets back into this count, 2-1. Wimberly set on the right-hand side of the box. 2-1 count. Brings that one in. Bow got him to chase, but it's going to be a little bit too low and outside. Wimberly 0 for 2 last night. Did draw himself a walk. Threatening here again to load the bases. Needing to get a strike across the plate here now for Caden Seams. Seams kicks, deals, brings it in. That's going to be a ground ball, third base side foul ball as it went off the plate. So now full count here for Caden Seams, looking to get out of danger here in the top of the second inning. Already gave up 1 in the first. Norton went 1-2, well, not quite 1-2-3. Norton actually loaded the bases there in the bottom of the first inning, but couldn't come up with a big hit to either tie or take the lead. Corning's threatening again. Here with runners at second and third. Pitch is in. This is going to be popped high, right side, foul territory. Catcher diving, can't quite get there. Good try there, though, by Tall High. 18 tournament already down to 7 here on it this Saturday as Independence found out earlier as Marysville took them out 6-2. Norton trying to avoid being the second team out here. Trailing here, though, top of the second, 1-0. 2 runners in scoring position for Corning. 2-2 count now to Wimberley. Pitch is thrown in. No swing. No swing is going to be the call, and we're going to run this one full now. 3-2. 3-2 count to the 9-hole hitter, Miles Wimberley. Paxton Bowers at third after stealing second and third. Ben Haverkamp setting at second after that double steal. Gave Bowers third, and this ball hit Wimberley. So either way, hit by, pitch, or a walk, it's going to put Wimberley on and load these bases now for Corning. And we're going to go back up to the top of the order for Cordy. Hunter Lehman's going to get us started. He drew a full count walk as the first batter of the game. Ended up getting up to second on a pass ball. Came in to score on an RBI single by 3-hole hitter Drew Gibbs. Now an opportunity to push this 1-0 lead up for Corning. He takes the first pitch rip out to center fielder. Center fielder's under it. Owen Hammond punches that one. Throws to be thrown home, but the speed of Bowers gets in, and Corning doubles up their lead. That's going to be a sac RBI for Hunter Lehman. 1 run now on 1 hit in this inning. 2-0 is your score as Bowers came down third baseline and scored. Still 2 runners on, though. Minimal damage so far here early on. 2-0, 1 run in each of the first and second as we got 2 outs here top of the second inning. L.J. Kelzer popped out to center field his first time up. Catcher stands in there, takes the first pitch strike. Kelzer setting deep in the box, about midway through. Not close to the plate, not far away. Seams out of the stretch. Comes sets, pitches. This one's grounded to third baseman. Has a little bobble with it, but dives on third for the out, and that will be the final out of the inning. Ground out will go to 5. Third baseman picks that final out up. Carter Kendall did a good job of keeping that ball in front of him, but Corning comes through again with another run. They score 1 run on 1 hit, leave 2 men on base, no errors in the field for Norton. At the end of an inning and a half, Corning leads 2-0. We'll be back here to Concordia in 60 seconds.
Everyone at United Northwest Federal Credit Union stands behind and supports all the efforts of the Norton American Legion baseball team. Good luck from United Northwest Federal Credit Union, where everything they do for you.
Donovan Excavating knows the Norton American Legion baseball players and coaches will dig deep and try hard to win the state championship this weekend. Donovan Excavating is your first call for all of your oil field and farm dirt construction needs.
Hopalong IT Services of Norton wishes the best of luck to the Norton American Legion baseball team this weekend. Hopalong IT Services offers local IT support for residents and small to mid-sized businesses.
Everyone at Moffitt Drug are big fans of the Norton American Legion baseball team, and they know the team will bring their game this weekend at the state championship tournament. Good luck from Moffitt Drug, your hometown pharmacy in Norton.
Breeze Crop Agency joins in on cheering the Norton American Legion baseball players and coaches as they breeze through the competition this weekend. At Breeze Crop Agency, they know the importance of investing in you and your future.
2-0 is our score as we go to the bottom of the second inning. Corning leading this one. They got 1 run in the first inning, manufactured themselves a run there in the top of the second, too, as well. Norton trying to do what they did last inning. They got the bases loaded. Pretty good at doing that, just haven't been very good this weekend at getting those base runners in. Last night's game in the 5th and 6th innings, both had bases loaded. What was the lone bright spot for the offense last time is Norton got hitless, or went hitless, I guess, in last night's contest versus top seed Iowa. Trying to work the bases loaded here again as they sent 6 to the plate in that bottom of the first inning. It's going to lead off with Carter Kendall, followed by Ryan Prevost and Tyler Stewart. Round out your three. If anyone gets on, we're going to go back to the top of the lineup with Colin Springer, who so far is 0 for 1. Kendall last night, of course, just like most of that offense, over with the no-hit. Going to watch a pitch go on the inside corner near his hands for a strike. Stands deep and tight to the box. Here does the right-handed hitter. That pitch is going to be low and away. We're going to tie it back up now here at 1-1. Ben Haverkamp for Corning has already issued 3 walks here, so susceptible to the walk. 1 hit, 2 as well. So Norton offense been better than they did last night already. Just trying to break through here with some runs in this Class 2A state baseball tournament from Corning. Here's a ripper down the third base side. Fisher sneaks it nicely. Big arm from the big man. It gets past the first baseman, though. Has already a third error committed by Corning in the field here today. That's going to put a runner on second after the single from Carter Kendall. So a good fielding attempt by Royce Fisher over there at third. But just a wild throw across the diamond is going to give Norton an opportunity here to cut into this deficit. Brian Prevost, second baseman, steps in, drives this one to Fisher again. He's going to get another opportunity over to first. Fires in time. Sacrifice ground out, though, for Prevost as Kendall moves up on the sacrifice. 1 out now. Tyler Stewart will step up to the line. Stewart so far on the season only .205 batting average and 44 attempts. He does have 10 RBIs on the season, looking to make that 11 and cut this lead in half for Corning. First pitch strike right down the middle. That's going to be a strike out in favor of the pitcher. 0-1. Haverkamp comes set. 0-1 pitch is going to be a strike 2 as well. Haverkamp comes set now. Tyler Stewart behind the count 0-2. Grounds this to shortstop. Short takes a peek at third. They are going to send him home from third. Throw's going to be over to first in time. Home is not in time, and Norton gets themselves 1 run back. So stack RBI there for Tyler Stewart as Carter Kendall ends up coming down for a run. An unearned run for Ben Haverkamp, though, as that error by Bryce Fisher gave Kendall an opportunity to get on back, but nonetheless it's a run on the board. 2-1 is our score now, bottom of the second inning, and back to the top of the order we go. Colin Springer will bat here for the second time already. He grounded out the second base, in his first time. Sends this one on to second baseman again, swings it over to first. Back-to-back ground outs to second baseman for Colin Springer. But Norton does manufacture themselves a run. 1 run on 1 hit. No men left on base for Norton. 1 error in the field for Corning. Your score now 2-1 as we're going to take a 60-second break. We're back here after this.
Cole Family Eye Care is cheering on the Norton American Legion baseball players and coaches as they compete in the state championship tournament. Cole Family Eye Care provides quality eye care and vision needs for the entire family.
The bank is proud of all of the players and coaches of the Norton American Legion baseball team and all they have achieved this season. Good luck this weekend at the state championship tournament from The Bank, here for all your ag loan needs.
Bullock Incorporated knows that all the hard work and effort put in this season by the players and coaches of the Norton American Legion baseball will pay off this weekend during the state championship. Don't forget Bullock Incorporated for all your oil exploration and oil well service needs.
Boxler Insurance joins the community in supporting the Norton American Legion baseball team as they compete for the 2024 state championship. Boxler Insurance, the insurance store providing services since 1931.
Otters, Inc. recognizes all the hard work and dedication the players and coaches of the Norton American Legion baseball team put in all season long, and they wish them the best of luck this weekend. From Otters, Inc., building angle dozer blades since 1958.
Norton American Legion scores their first run of the weekend on a sac RBI by Tyler Stewart in that bottom of the second inning. Already 3 errors in the field by Corning here, but nonetheless, Norton trails this one at 2-1. Back on the mound now, Caden Seams, who's pitched fairly well here in the first 2 innings. Of course, the 2 runs allowed, 1 hit by pitch. Does have 2 walks, but also 2 strikeouts to go with those walks too as well. Fastball is going to miss on a 1-0 count. So now it is going to be 2-0 to the 3-hole hitter, Drew Gibbs. Gibbs drove in the first run of the day for Corning with an RBI single back in the first inning. Seams comes set. That one goes right back to Seams. Bounces off his glove, goes over to shortstop, but the speed of Gibbs gets him a single. Tough try there for Caden Seams. Had his glove on it, just about a half-inch too short of picking that one off. So now Corning in action here already with 1 man on in the top of the 3rd inning. Royce Fisher will step up. He was a strikeout victim his first time up. Struck out twice yesterday, too, as well. But susceptible. Here's a pickoff throw over to first as Gibbs is back quickly. Corning team does have some speed. We've already seen it. Paxton Bowers got himself 2 steals early on. Ben Haverkamp himself, as this team has 4 steals early on. Good lead for Gibbs over at first. There he goes. Just mentioned about Royce Fisher. Skies this one to left field. Under it will be Tyler Stewart. Stewart does not make the catch, though, as it goes off of his glove. So first error for for Norton is this one, as it gets lost in the sun. And that's going to be a tough break for this Norton squad as Fisher gets his first hit. Don't know if we're going to call that one an error or a hit yet exactly. Tough play nonetheless, a running play. I think we might change that one around here as the inning goes on to a hit. Anyway, 2 men on now, first and second. Still nobody out here, top of the 3rd inning. Corning threatening again. Norton cut this lead in half in the bottom of the 1st inning. Got themselves first run of this tournament. Still trail here, though, 2-1. Caden Seams on the mound, trying to hold this deficit right where it's at. Comes set now with the 1-0 pitch, taking his time on it, fires it in there. That's going to be a swing and a miss. If you're a Royals fan, kind of not the Johnny Cueto quite shake that he did, but definitely had a long pause in there. I think got Brett Heidemann off his mentals trying to watch for that pitch. Brett Heidemann popped out his first time over to the first baseman. It is going to be a foul ball down to that same side on this one, and now Seams is ahead in the count 1 and 2. 2 runners on, first and second. Nobody out here, top of the 3rd inning. Corning has scored in the first 2 innings, 1 run apiece now. Norton answered with 1 in the bottom of the 2nd. It's going to be a pitch. That one bounces in. Ball gets away from the catcher. No throw down to second as both runners advance on the wild pitch. That ball bounced about 6 inches right in front of the plate. Colon couldn't do much with that one, as now 2 runners in scoring position for Brett Heidemann. Pitch comes in. That's going to be a high swing strike and 3rd strikeout now for Caden Seams. Eyes got big there for Heidemann. Big strikeout, a big first out now for Seams. Henry Heidemann comes up now. He was a strikeout victim his first time up in the 2nd inning. Paxton Bowers will come up after him. There's only 1 out here in this inning. Runners on 2nd and 3rd. Seams comes set. Big leg kick. That one's going to be high for ball 1. Jane Boyle last night, pitching effort, playing first base tonight here, went the entire 7 innings, 6.5, I guess, last evening. So full pitching staff for Norton available here as they face a double elimination contest. Swing and a miss. It's going to be a foul ball. Strike 1 now to Heidemann. Runners 2nd and 3rd. Single could drive them both in. Henry Heidemann, 1 strikeout so far here today. 1-1 pitch. That's going to be a swing and a strike. Ahead in this count now is Seams at 1 and 2. 1 and 2 was the count last time Heidemann struck out. Seams looking for the same result here in the 3rd inning. Norton trailing this one 2-1. Top of the 3rd. 1 and 2 your count, still 1 out. 2 men's on. It'll be a big second out here. Seams comes set under the chest. Throws that one. That one's driven to Hammond in center field. Coming in, diving, makes the catch. Gets it in, and no runners advance. So hit just hard enough to keep those runners at bay. Big second out here for Norton, trying to keep those runners stranded at second and third. Through the first 2, Corning's already left 3 men on base. Trying to make that 5 here is Caden Seams. Drew Gibbs at third. After a single and a steal, Royce Fisher stands at second after a single and a wild pitch. Seams' first pitch to Bowers is going to be a ball. Bowers worked himself a single in the second inning, ended up stealing second and third, and came around to score on a sac RBI by Hunter Lehman. Fastball misses high now, 4-2 behind, and the count is Seams 2-0. Bowers comes set, Seams comes set. 2-0 pitch, brings it in. This one's going to be popped high. That's going to be right in front of us. Catch cannot be made. Just on the other side of the net. Pretty darn close. As a good try by Tallheim there, trying to get to the ball, but just couldn't quite get the ball under it as it bounced off the netting here behind home plate. Gets himself a strike though now. 2-1 is the count on Bowers. Seams laboring here in the third inning, trying to hold this deficit to 2-1. Seams brings it in. That's going to be in the dirt, but a heck of a stop by Tallheim. One pass ball already here today, but not on that one. It is going to be ball 3 though. Seams is behind in this count, 3-1. Bowers worked himself a single first time, ended up stealing second and third, came around to score the second run of the game. Seams brings this one in, takes that one inside near the elbows, and draws himself a walk, and also draws bases loaded now for this Corning offense. Left-handed Ben Haverkamp steps into the plate. He drew himself a walk in the second inning too as well. Ended up stealing second, but got stranded there after a sac fly and a ground out by the top of the order for Corning. Lefty stands in there, watches first pitch go low and inside for ball 1. Two-1 is our score here. Bases loaded for Corning. Brings it in. This one's going to be lifted above the shortstop and down for a hit. That's going to bring in 1. Royce Fisher rounds third. That's going to bring in 2. Play's going to be at third. In there safely, though, as 2 runs come in here in the third inning. Drew Gibbs comes in with a run. Royce Fisher comes around for second for his first run of the day, and that's going to be a 2 RBI single for pitcher Ben Haverkamp to help his own cause. That's going to move Paxton Bowers up to third as another run stands 90 feet away. Courtesy runner for Corning, Trey Morrison comes in, standing at first for Haverkamp over at first. Second hit of the inning for Corning here. 2 runs now already through the board as Corning has put up something in the first 3 innings. With 2 out, Ben Haverkamp comes up big for the Corning squad, drives in 2, makes this score 4-1. Seems trying to get out of this here with 2 outs. First pitch now to 9-hole hitter Miles Wimberly is going to be a ball. Wimberly was hit by a pitch and his first at back. Worked himself a 3-2 count, took one off the left elbow. Ended up being stranded there at first. Runner at third is Bowers. Runner at first is Miles. There's going to be a pitch and a steal taken off by courtesy runner. This steal already here for Corning in this one. Pitch was called a strike. The 1-1 count now to Wimberly. Concordia threatening again with 2 runners in scoring position. Seams brings it in. This one's going to be a high pop-up. It's going to be coming over. That one goes into the net too as well. as Wimberley stays alive. Long top of the third inning here as temperatures continue to rise in Concordia. Caden seems already laboring here so far. 1-2 is the count. Count in favor of the pitcher. Trying to get this final out of the third inning. 1-2 is going to hit Wimberley again. So that's going to load bases once again. A second hit by pitch on Wimberley here in this one. He is both for Corning as he walks himself up to first, and that's going to load the bases yet again for a Corning offense that's already put up 4 runs here, and we're only in the top of the third. Catcher Gavin Tallheim does a good job. Go out and talk to his pitcher. Give him a little break. As before mentioned, it's starting to get hot out there, and Seams has been laboring in this third inning. We're going to go back to the top of the order now, as this will be batter number 8 for Corning. Hunter Lehman steps in. He is officially 0 for 1 with a sac RBI. He started this game off with a walk. Came around to score on an RBI single by Drew Gibbs. First pitch to him is a strike as Seams gets ahead of this batter. Seams comes set. From the stretch, kicks and deals, brings it in. That's going to be a swing. Third baseman can't glove that one. It's going to go into the outfield. 1 run is through for Corning. Make that 2. Left fielder grabs it, and that's a 2 RBI single now for Hunter Lehman. All here with 2 outs. All 4 runs have come with 2 outs in this third inning for Corning, as Caden Seams cannot seem to get out of this half inning. Coming around the score was Paxton Bowers and Ben Haverkamp, as now Corning is threatening to bat around here in the third inning. Moving up to second was Miles Wimberley, so runners at second and first now. Wimberley out second, Lehman at first. 9th batter of the inning up to bat. It will be the 2-hole hitter, L.J. Kelzer. He watches this one go through for a strike. Trying to get this last out of the inning. Got a strikeout and a pop-up middle of then, but since then 4 straight Corning batters have reached here in the top of the third. Throw back to second to try and keep Miles Wimberley in check. Gets in safely there on that artificial turf. Seams will reset now, will attack Kelzer. Kelzer 0 for 2 so far, looking for his first hit. Of course, Caden Seams trying to keep him hitless in this one. 0-1 pitch comes in. That one's going to be low and away. Count knotted up now at 1-1. Seams comes set with the pitch. From the stretch below the chin, brings in the 1-1 pitch. Takes a long look at second. High leg kick, brings it in. Grounded into the dirt, left side to the third baseman. It is going to be a foul ball. Seams ahead of this batter now, 1-2. 1 strike away from getting out of this long inning that has seen 3 hits, 4 runs scored. And we're actually going to call it 4 hits. No error will be charged there to the left fielder. Not the official word on that. 1-2 pitch now. Seams comes set. Brings it in. Sets, deals, brings it in. That's going to be low and outside. 2-2. Corning's batted around here in the top of the third inning. L.J. Kelzer, 9th batter to come around. Gibbs on deck. Go back for the second time here in this inning if Kelzer gets on. Seams comes set again. Takes a long look at second under the chin. High leg kick brings it in. That's going to be popped high up into the air between left and third base. Left fielder comes in and makes that catch. An acrobatic catch there made by Tyler Stewart as Norton finally gets out of this inning with a pop up to left field. But it's not without some damage done by this Corning offense. 4 runs on 4 hits, 3 men left on base for Corning. No errors in the field for Norton. The Norton trails this contest now 6-1 as we go into the bottom of the third inning. We'll be back here in 60 seconds.
Cowpoke Supply hopes the Norton American Legion baseball team hits it out of the park this weekend at the state championship tournament. Good luck from Cowpoke Supply, where they have everything you could need for any building or remodeling project.
As the Norton American Legion baseball team takes their hard work and dedication to the state championship this weekend, Equity Bank follows them with all the support they deserve. Equity Bank, right here beside you every step of the way.
TNC Kitchen roots for the home team and wishes them all good luck this weekend at the state championship tournament. Don't forget TNC Kitchen offers breakfast all day, every day, and be sure to check out their daily noon and evening specials.
Farm Bureau Financial Services of Norton is giving a big shout out to all the players and coaches of the Norton American Legion baseball team as they compete in the state championship tournament this weekend. It's never too early or too late to plan your financial future. You can contact Joy Johnson today.
Fun and Still Heating and Cooling is sure that the Norton American Legion baseball team will play cool under pressure and during their quest at the state championship tournament. Fun and Still Heating and Cooling provides maintenance on HVAC and heating units to keep you comfortable all year long.
Big thank you to our sponsors here today making this broadcast possible, including Moffett Drug, Breeze Crop Agency, Cole Family Eye Care, and the Bank in Norton. Thank you for making this broadcast possible here on the KQNK. From Andy Fick back in the station, Max Blasky on the call here from Concordia, Kansas. Norton trails this one 6-1 after Corning put up a 4th spot there in the top of the 3rd inning. Batted around as Hayden Seams got an early out there after 2 runners advanced. Actually got an early 2 outs. But Corning scored all 4 of their runs in that inning with 2 outs on the board. Just couldn't seem to get that last one. This Norton offense that was held scoreless and even hitless last night, already with 2 hits and 1 run across the board here today, but they're going to need to get rolling. Logan Willauer will be first up. He grounds this down the left field line, and that's going to be fair. Just inside the third base bag, Willauer's going to turn for second, get in there with a sliding double for his first hit of the afternoon. Good piece of hitting there by Willauer. Attacked the first pitch that came through the zone. He liked it, ripped it right past Royce Fisher at third base, got deep into the left field corner. Kind of a slow reaction out there by Tyler Stewart. As now Willauer's going to set over here at second base. Then Haverkamp comes set now. He'll face that third batter, Jaden Boyle. He's officially 0 for 1 here. He had a throwing error, did reach on at first, though. So actually, officially, the first hit for Norton here in this tournament there by Logan Willauer. And Boyle provides no threat to Haverkamp as he strikes out on 3 straight pitches. That will be the first strikeout for Haverkamp in this one. Willauer at second after the leadoff double. Owen Hammond now will step in. He walked in his first plate appearance and worked that count hole. Ended up getting to second on a throwing error by the pitcher. Lefty will step in there now, trying to claim his first hit of the tournament. Down in this count, though, 0-1. Now, second pitch is going to be long. Willauer thought about going over to third, but trailing here 6-1. Need base runners over, getting that 90 feet in place as a single would bring in Willauer. Speed there at second brings it in. That's going to be a drive right over Willauer's head. That's down for a hit. Owen Hammond comes through. They're going to send Willauer home. Play at the plate is going to be cut off at second, and Norton gets themselves a run. Single there by Owen Hammond. RBI to the name. 4-hole hitter comes up big there for Norton, for this young Norton squad. It is now 6-2 here in the bottom of the third. Started with a first pitch double by Logan Willauer. He came around to score. Jaden Boyle was a strikeout victim his second time up, but Owen Hammond makes him pay with an RBI single there. Caden Seams, opportunity to cut his team's deficit into it. Stolen base will be called in by Owen Hammond. Is in there nicely with the steal. First steal of the game here for Norton. I believe the first steal of the tournament, too, as well. pitch was called a ball, so Seams is ahead in this count here. 1-0. A check-in on Hammond there at second. Throw is down, but Hammond back at second pretty smoothly. Big right-hander, Caden Seams, steps into the box. Bat high above his head. Haverkamp comes set. That pitch is going to be a little bit high, but we're going to call it a strike. Evens up this count now at 1-1. Tallheim to follow. 1-1 pitch. That's going to go right over the head of the pitcher. Haverkamp, too, as well. Willauer gets on sent home. Center fielder brings it into second. 2 runs now in here for Norton as they're cutting into this deficit. It's now so good RBI single there for Caden Seams as Raymond Hammond comes in to score from second base. Seams is going to be at first. I think they put an extra run up on the board. They put an extra run up for Corning. They put up 7. It is going to be 6-3. Scorebook says 7-3. I've got 6-3. Umpires don't make a mention of it quite yet. The 2 runs here for Norton here in this half inning, and nonetheless threatening again now with Caden Seams over at first. Nice little lead over there by the pitcher. Pitch is going to be way too high for Gavin Tallheim as he takes the ball 1. 1 out here in the inning. Barring a double play, Carter Kendall will be up after Tallheim. Runner stays at first. Pitch right down the middle for Tallheim. He grounded out shortstop ways in that first inning. Was the final out of the first where Norton was unable to come away with a run. They left 3 men. Bases loaded. An opportunity now for Tallheim to make up for that one. 6-3 is our score as we play bottom of the 3rd inning. Pitch coming in, and that one's going to hit Tallheim. So good job by Seams not running. Hit by pitch now for Gavin Tallheim. Gets him on base for the first one. That's going to be the first hit by pitch of the afternoon for Norton. 2 men on now, still trailing by 3, but an opportunity here bottom of the 3rd inning. Carter Kendall will step in. He reached on an error an error single basically. Did come around to score a run. Throwing error by third baseman Race Fisher. Came around to score Norton's first run of the game in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Here we set bottom of the 3rd inning as he lifts this one foul. It's going to get off into foul territory down the 3rd base line. Quickly, though, down in the count is Kendall, 0-2. Willauer led off this inning with a double. He came around to score on an RBI single by Owen Hammond. Hammond came around to score with a RBI single by Caden Seams. And this ball gets away from the catcher. Runners are going to advance 90 feet. And here we go. Runners in scoring position now for Norton. Base hit could crack this one pretty close. Could make this a 1-run game if Carter Kendall can find himself some green grass out in this big outfield. 1-2 is your count. Throw over to 3rd. Quickly back is Seams. Good catch there. Partner heard that. We got a courtesy runner. Kai Cox is in there for Seams. Didn't catch that one there earlier. So Kai Cox now at 3rd, courtesy runner for Seams. Setting at 2nd is Gavin Tallheim. Carter Kendall at the plate with 1 out. Watches this 1-2 pitch go low and inside, so it's going to be actually 3-2 on the count as I missed the ball there. 3-2 count there here to Carter Kendall. Ryan Prevost will be up next. 3-2 count's going to be lifted to the 3rd base side off the end of the bat. Race Fisher gets there right on the foul line. 2 out as he pumps up to the 3rd baseman. Ryan Prevost looking to make something happen here offensively. He gave a sack ground out there in the second inning to move Carter Kendall over to third. Tyler Stewart ended up getting Kendall home with a sack pop-out RBI there in the second for Norton's first run of the game. Prevost here with an opportunity, though, to crack this game back pretty close to even. Watches the first pitch go low and away for a ball. Runner at second, runner at third. Prevost at the plate. That ball gets away from the catcher. Runner from third's coming down. Second is going to go, and Norton gets themselves another run. 3 runs now here in this inning for Norton as they pull closer, 6-4 on the wild pitch. 2 wild pitches here in this inning for Ben Haverkamp. It is now 6-4 here at the bottom of the third. Count in favor of the hitter, 2-0. That's going to be a strike called on the outside corner. 2-1 now the count to second baseman Ryan Prevost. Runner at third is Gavin Tallheim after he moved up on a wild pitch. There's going to be a slapper down the right field line, but it's going to go off and foul. Cam's going to knot us up here at 2-2. Then Haverkamp did a good job fighting back here in this one. Started off this count 2-0, now knots it up at 2-2. Prevost stands in there, right-handed side. 2 outs here in this inning, too, as well. Watches that one just outside, pretty darn close to the same spot as that strike was called, but nonetheless, it's going to work for full here for the second baseman for Norton. 6-4 is our score. Swing and a miss, though, from Ryan Prevost as the threat is ended. Brent Haverkamp gets his second strikeout of the day, but not without Norton doing a little damage. They end up getting 2 hits, 3 runs, 1 man left on base, no errors in the field committed by Corning in that one. As we go to the top of the fourth inning, it is 6-4. We'll be back here in 60 seconds.
Mad Duck Construction knows that the Norton American Legion baseball team has what it takes to go all the way this weekend in the state championship tournament. Good luck and bring home that trophy from Mad Duck Construction.
The Norton American Legion Post 63 is proud of all of the Norton American Legion baseball players and coaches for their hard work this season. Good luck and have fun this weekend as you go for the championship.
Everyone at United Northwest Federal Credit Union stands behind and supports all the efforts of the Norton American Legion baseball team. Good luck from United Northwest Federal Credit Union, where everything they do for you.
Donovan Excavating knows the Norton American Legion baseball players and coaches will dig deep and try hard to win the state championship this weekend. Donovan Excavating is your first call for all of your oil field and farm dirt construction needs.
Hopalong IT Services of Norton wishes the best of luck to the Norton American Legion baseball team this weekend. Hopalong IT Services offers local IT support for residents and small to mid-sized businesses.
Norton American Legion ball here, brought to you by our proud sponsors here on KQ&K, including Bullock Incorporated, Voxler Insurance, Otters Incorporated, and Cal Pope Supply. Appreciate all that they've done for Norton American Legion baseball all season long. Most productive inning, as my comrade here was saying, for Norton baseball in this tournament. They put up 3 runs on 2 hits there in the bottom of this third inning. Cut this lead down now to 6-4 against Corning. Corning jumped out to a 1-0 lead in the first, put up a 1 spot in the top of the second. Norton came back with 1 run of their own manufactured in the bottom of the second, and a big 4-run inning for Corning at the top of the fourth, in which we thought this game was going to get away from Norton, but they respond with a 3-spot of their own there just moments ago in the bottom of the third. Now it's going to be up to Caden Seams to try and keep this Corning offense at bay. They batted around in the last half inning. All 9 found their way to the plate as Drew Gibbs is going to lead off for Corning here in the bottom of the fourth. Gibbs so far here in this one, 2 for 2, does have 1 steal and 1 run scored and 1 RBI. He drove in the first run of the game with that RBI single in the first inning. The third inning reached on that single, got all the way over to third on a wild pitch, and came in on a run with a wild pitch then a couple of batters later. So we're actually going to have a change of pitchers now. So Seams ends his day after 3 innings pitched. He did give up all 6 runs so far here today, as that's going to be 5 and 6 runs given up. Did get himself 2 strikeouts, or make that 3 strikeouts on the afternoon. And 1, 2, 3 walks, 2 as well issued for Seams. As now coming in, it will be Ryan Prevost. Second baseman will change to pitcher. Seams is just going to switch over to second, as we've got a change there. Number 17, Ryan Prevost, will take over now here in the top of the 4th inning. Seems right now in line for the loss after giving up those 6 runs on the 3 strikeouts, 3 walks, 2 as well after 3 innings. Also allowed himself 6 hits in those innings too as well. Prevost comes in on this hot afternoon trying to keep everyone fresh, as head coach Scott Ellis, as Prevost gets ahead of the first batter that he faces here today. It is Drew Gibbs ahead in this count now, 1 and 2. As before mentioned, Gibbs is 1 for 1 now. Gibbs 1 run in, 1 RBI 2 as well, with a steal to his credit. There's going to be a pitch that's awfully close. Good Norton crowd here so far. Made that 2.5-hour drive. Was talking to some of them folks last night. Always appreciate them coming down. They made sure Blue heard about that one. 2-2 count. Going to be pounded up right above us here at the building up here. Get quite a few of those come right over us. Means those pitchers or those batters are right on it, just a little bit high or a little bit below that ball. 2-2. We're going to redo it here for Prevost. Prevost comes set at the belt, brings it in. That's going to be fouled straight back too as well on a pitch that was pretty tight and inside and on the hands on Drew Gibbs. Corning threw up a 1 spot in the first, at 1 spot in the second, 4 spot in the top of the third. Norton has answered back with a 1 spot in the bottom of the second and a 3 spot in the bottom of the third to keep us where we're at 6-4 here as we play top of the 4th inning. Prevost comes set with the 2-2. That one's going to be skied high right at the pitcher's mound. Prevost loses that one in the sun, and it's going to drop there right on the pitcher's mound. No one came in there. Shortstop, second baseman, third baseman all came in, and Gibbs is going to get himself. We're going to go ahead and call that one a hit for Gibbs. Tough to fight this afternoon sun here, as we've already seen it once on both sides. So Prevost gives up his first hit of the day, and that will now bring up Race Fisher. So 1 runner on here, this Corning offense that has put up runs in each inning so far as we play the top of the 4th. Looking to add on here, leading this contest 6-4. Of course, Norton trying to avoid the elimination game here today as Race Fisher rips through a fastball, first strike thrown to him. One team has already been eliminated. That was Independence earlier today. Norton trying to fade off Corning and make Corning the second team of Norton here today in this double elimination tournament. Big lead over at first for Gibbs. Does have 1 steal so far here today. Doesn't run on that one. Snap threw down the first, but he was back in time. Pitch was a ball to Fisher. 1-1 count down to the big third baseman. Wide stance, picks up most of the box from the right side. Prevost comes set. Runner goes. Swing and a miss at home. No pitch, no throw down as Gibbs is in there standing up easily with that steal. So second steal now for Gibbs. Already 6 here today for Corning. 1-2 count. Pitches in. That one's off the end of the bat. That one's going to be sky high again. Prevost going to call off everyone yet again. He does come down with that one. Big first down of this 4th inning. Called off everyone on the one before. Kind of got lost in the afternoon sun as a few light clouds started to drift in from the east, kind of east-southeast. We do have that light breeze. It was blowing pretty good out of the south earlier here today. It's switched around now mainly into the east, so everything's going to be blowing in here for the most part, for the better part of this afternoon. Brett Heidemann comes in 0 for 2. Only Corning one of 2 Corning players so far here today. Actually, we're going to make it one of 3 Corning players as we're going through our scorecard to not get a hit today. Corning went all 9 in the 3rd inning. Trying to avoid that here is Norton in the 4th. Big swing and a miss on a 1-0 count. Evens this up now on Heidemann. Heidemann popped out to 3rd in his first at-bat the 1st inning. He was the final out there, struck out for the first out of the 3rd inning, as that was one of 3 strikeouts for Caden Steen so far. 1-1 pitch is going to be a ball now in favor of batter 2-1 is the count. Prevost comes set right above the chin. Right-handed brings it in. Swing and a miss on the changeup there. Brett Heinemann way in front of that one. 2-2 is going to be the count. Runner at second is Drew Gibbs. He reached with a single and got over with a steal. 2-2 strikeout. Looking second strikeout there for Brett Heinemann. First strikeout for Ryan Prevost now in this one. Heidemann now steps up middle of this order. 6-hole hitter, 0 for 2 so far. Strikeout victim his first time up. Popped out to center field his second time up. Prevost comes set with the 0-0 pitch. Righty on righty matchup. Gibbs takes off for 3rd. That's driven left field. Left fielder going back as Lynn pushes it, but picked out there by the left fielder. Good job by Tyler Stewart, who's been a busy man today, but he comes up with the big 3rd out. Quickest inning that Norton's had here so far on the defensive end. They're going to see if they can't get their bats going in the bottom of this 4th inning. In this 4th inning, Corning gets 1 hit, no runs, no errors for the field for Norton. 1 man left on base for Corning. Norton coming up to bat here in the bottom of the 4th inning after this 60-second break.
Ryan Braylow has.
Max Blasky still with you here from Concordia. We're going to work through this break. It is 6-4 in this bottom of the 4th inning as we're getting it going. Tyler Stewart, who just claimed the 3rd out of that top of the 4th inning, will be first to lead off for Norton in this bottom half of the inning. He is officially, let's see here, only 1 attempt, officially still 0 for 0, as he has a sac RBI ground out that gave Norton their first run of the afternoon there in the bottom of the 2nd inning. And it looks like we're going to have a pitching change for, no we don't. Ben Haverkamp still out there on the mound for Corning. Looks like a different number. Couldn't quite see it there with their dark blue numbers and their light blue unis. Ben Haverkamp's going to stay out there for Corning. As the bottom of the order, it will be Tyler Stewart, then followed by Colin Springer and Logan Willauer up next for Norton. Norton has had their best inning offensively of this entire tournament. They've been in 3 runs on 2 hits in the bottom of the 3rd inning in a game that looked like it was going to get away from them yet again. Cut this deficit down to 6-4. Ryan Prevost did good job there at the top of the 4th to allow Corning to stay scoreless in this one, as Tyler Stewart takes a rip at the first pitch into center field. That one's going to hang up just enough, though, for the center fielder to get under that one. 1 pitch, 1 out now for Norton. They'll pop out center fielder there, 8 for that one. It will be Colin Springer now here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 2 ground outs to the second baseman for Springer so far here today. 0 for 2. Leadoff man looking to try and get this offense going, cut into this 6-4 deficit. Saw Norton put up 3 spots in the last half inning as Springer grounds this one to the first baseman. High catch up there by Haverkamp, but it's going to be a 1-3 ground out as quickly in 3 pitches Norton's already down to 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Logan Willauer now quickly up. He has Norton's first hit of this tournament with a first pitch double in the third inning. Also has a walk there in the first, but ended up being thrown out at second later in that inning. Takes a rip at a first pitch, believes it is now 0-1. 0-1 pitch coming in from Haverkamp. That one goes over the head as Willauer's got to go ducking out of the way of that one. Game number 2 here so far today, 10:30 start time. We started a little bit early there, about 10:19. Love to see that going as Willauer rips through a fastball. 0-1 and 2 now is your count. Game 2 coming up. We're going to go back to the top side of the bracket in Game 3 here today. It will be 3-seeded Smith County and 2-seeded Hiawatha meeting up at 1 o'clock. Willauer grounds this to Fisher left side, and off his glove. That's already error number 2 on Fisher here today. We're going to see what they do say. It was a hard hit ball, a little tough run there to his left eye. Well, they did call it a hit, so I'm going to take back my error comment there for the left side of the infield, but it has been a tough day for that left side of the infield so far here today. Jane Boyle now into the batter's box, 1 for 2. He reached on first, got to second on a throwing error, and got over to throwing on a wild pitch now, but it's quickly behind in this count, 0-2. He struck out in his third at bat as well. We're going to go ahead and call that one, though, a hit for Logan Willauer moments before as he stands at first. Boyle drives this one right side. That's going to be foul. Now got a player sitting over here getting ready for a game number 2 here this afternoon, or game number 3 here, this afternoon. 2 outs already here, bottom of the 4th inning. Boyle's going to drive this one high to left field. Wynn's going to keep it up in the air, and getting under it is the left fielder for Corning. Quickly 3 outs there, as the 2-out single brings in no harm for Norton in the bottom of the 4th. 1 hit, no outs, no errors in the field, and 1 man left on base for Norton. As we go to the top of the 5th inning, Norton still trails this one at 6-4. We'll be back here in 60 seconds.
Everyone at Moffitt Drug are big fans of the Norton American Legion baseball team, and they know the team will bring their game this weekend at the state championship tournament. Good luck from Moffitt Drug, your hometown pharmacy in Norton.
Breeze Crop Agency joins in on cheering the Norton American Legion baseball players and coaches as they breeze through the competition this weekend. At Breeze Crop Agency, they know the importance of investing in you and your future.
Cole Family Eye Care is cheering on the Norton American Legion baseball players and coaches as they compete in the state championship tournament. Cole Family Eye Care provides quality eye care and vision needs for the entire family.
The bank is proud of all of the players and coaches of the Norton American Legion baseball team and all they have achieved this season. Good luck this weekend at the state championship tournament from The Bank, here for all your ag loan needs.
Bullock Incorporated knows that all the hard work and effort put in this season by the players and coaches of the Norton American Legion baseball will pay off this weekend during the state championship. Don't forget Bullock Incorporated for all your oil exploration and oil well service needs.
Max Blasky back with you here on KQ and K as Norton American Legion baseball is on your dial. We're going into the top of the 5th inning here. Scoreboard's been a little wonky here this morning yet so far. Can't quite trust that one. Got to keep track of my own notes on some of this. Paxton Bowers will now be up first here for Corning in the top of the 5th. 2 at-bats. He drew a walk in his second one. First at-bat, manufactured himself a run, got himself a single, stole second, stole third, and came around to score the second run, lone run of the second inning there for Corning. First pitch to him is a ball from Ryan Prevost back out on the mound after a pretty nice first attempt. Prevost upset of himself as that ball went bouncing right back towards him. He got his glove on it, but right back off his glove. It's going to be considered a hit. So Bowers is going to stay even here for today. Perfect 2 for 2 now on that one. Prevost upset of himself. Now the as he could have made a play on that ball. Just came screaming right back at him. Right off the knee. Doesn't look like it hurt too terribly bad as he's right back in there. Bowers is going to take a big lead at first. Throw over to first. No play over there as Bowers was well off of first base. Speedy already mentioned it, has 2 steals so far here today. Now moved over with a walk. Corning leading 6-4 here as we play top of the 5th inning. Bowers, big lead again. Pitch back over. Did they get him? Almost got him. Paxton Bowers getting a little bit antsy over there with this lead, 6-4. Umpire called him safe, but by golly, that was a close play as he got to go sneaking around that one. At the plate, though, Ben Haverkamp, he's had himself a decent little day. Officially 1 for 1 with a walk, 2 steals, run, and 2 RBIs with a single. Now just kind of a courtesy throw over there to Bowers. Didn't have near as big a lead as he did the first time, but I still expect to see him go here at any moment. Bowers getting up there again. Decent little steal, comes back. Haverkamp takes first pitch strike. Lefty stands in there. Watch that one go right down the middle for a first pitch strike. Pitcher here today, Haverkamp, trying to give himself a little bit more run insurance. Corning jumped out to early 1-0 lead. There goes Bowers. There's going to be a drive right center field. That one's not going to quite get to the wall. The center fielder snags it. Center fielder now has problems. Bowers is going to boogie around all the way to home as the speedy Paxton Bowers gives Corning a 3-run lead on the RBI double from Ben Haverkamp. Well hit ball over there as Bowers comes all the way around to score. That's going to be 3 runs already counted by Paxton Bowers as this bottom of the order for Corning has come up big here for their squad. Prevost comes set now with the 9-hole hitter. That's going to be Miles Wimberly. Right fielder steps in there, watches the ball go high. First pitch ball there. Now a courtesy runner out there. Out to second for the pitcher, Ben Haverkamp. That is going to be John Morrison out there. Speedy man out there now on second. Corning threatening again here. Still no outs, top of the 5th. Just got another run in, pushed their lead up to 7-4. Prevost comes set. That pitch is going to be high and tight too as well behind the 9-hole hitter. 2-0. Wimberly officially 0 for 0. Got 2 hit by pitches. Made his way up to second in the 3rd inning. Takes a big rip at that one. Swings through it. It's going to be 2-1 now. 2-1. Prevost comes set. Takes a peek over and Miles there at second base. Big swing and a miss again by Miles Wimberly. Count is knotted up now at 2-2. Prevost looking to get out of this one by only allowing 1 run. Held Corning scoreless, faced 4 in the 4th inning. Now here in the top of the 5th, in trouble of giving up 2. There's a good pitch, and that's going to strike out Miles Wimberly. First strikeout here, second strikeout by Ryan Prevost, and a big first out here in this top of the 5th inning. Hunter Lehman will now step up to the plate, leadoff hitter, 4th time already here today. Officially 1 for 2 with a sack. That's going to be a sack 2. Does not advance the runner. Good ground out there, as that's going to go 6-3 on the ground out. Second out now here for Norton in this inning. 7-4 is your score. Corning put up 1 here in the top of the 5th inning. L.J. Kelzer will step up. He's officially 0 for 3. He ended the 2nd inning with a ground out and in the 3rd with a pop out. Runner still setting at second after the double by Ben Haverkamp. Kelzer watches this pitch go right down the middle for a strike. Prevost shakes off the first pitch, comes set now at the belt with the second. swings, deals, brings that one in with a changeup. That's going to be off speed, low, and away for the first ball of this at-bat. Courtesy runner there at second. Corning still attacking here late innings, leading 7-4. They've led this entire way. Norton did put up 3 in the bottom of the fourth. There's going to be a high fly ball left field. A diving attempt will be made. And in the corner, reaching out, extending is Tyler Stewart for the third out of the inning. Couldn't see him make that catch, but fully extended out there in left field to make a heck of a running grab there by the left fielder, who has been busy today, to say the least. At the end of 4.5 innings, Corning puts up one more run here in this inning on 2 hits, 1 man left on base, no errors in the field. Norton coming up the back here in 60 seconds, trailing 7-4.
Boxler Insurance joins the community in supporting the Norton American Legion baseball team as they compete for the 2024 state championship. Boxler Insurance, the insurance store providing services since 1931.
Otters, Inc. recognizes all the hard work and dedication the players and coaches of the Norton American Legion baseball team put in all season long, and they wish them the best of luck this weekend. From Otters, Inc., building angle dozer blades since 1958.
Cowpoke Supply hopes the Norton American Legion baseball team hits it out of the park this weekend at the state championship tournament. Good luck from Cowpoke Supply, where they have everything you could need for any building or remodeling project.
As the Norton American Legion baseball team takes their hard work and dedication to the state championship this weekend, Equity Bank follows them with all the support they deserve. Equity Bank, right here beside you every step of the way.
TNC Kitchen roots for the home team and wishes them all good luck this weekend at the state championship tournament. Don't forget, TNC Kitchen offers breakfast all day, every day, and be sure to check out their daily noon and evening specials.
The bottom of the 5th inning, not quite over just yet. That extraordinary catch made by Tyler Stewart over in the left field corner is deemed out of the line of play. The Fitz kind of jaunts off nicely to the east side, where there's a bullpen kind of cutout back there by the wall. And the umpires are going to claim that that is out of play. So still 2 outs. We're going to replay here with L.J. Kelzer back at the mound. He takes a ball here. Pitch is going to be thrown over to third as Morrison steals third. Then Morrison gets in for the run. So Norton was just out of this inning 30 seconds ago, and a catch that was deemed not a catch turns into a run on a pinch runner. Gives up another one here in the top of the 5th inning. So just like that, when Ryan Prevost was out of this inning, all of a sudden he wasn't, and ends up giving one more run here in the top of the 5th. 8-4 as there's a liner over the second baseman's head for L.J. Kelzer, and he's going to pick up his first run, or first hit of this contest. Kind of an interesting play here from the umpires. Like we said, it's hard to explain how this field is set up in Concordia, but the best I can see is the fence jumps off nicely to the east side. They've got bullpen mans out there to kind of, get people ready for, coming in and everything. And instead of having a fence and blocking off the bullpen from the actual field of play, they just call the bullpen, quote-unquote, out of the field of play. So a nice running catch was made by Ryan Stewart over there, but again, it basically didn't count because he was in the bullpen. I'm trying to think the MLB stadium that had it. I think it was the old Blue Jays Stadium, maybe, if I remember right, that had those bullpens that were kind of open to the field, and you could see players getting warmed up throughout, the half inning. Kind of the same deal here in Concordia, but he was awfully close to the field of play. So an unfortunate break there for the Norton squad, as of course, the baseball gods turn that into one more run for Corning here in the top of the 5th, as now they have doubled up Norton 8-4 here in the 5th, and still batting around as Drew Gibbs will now come to the plate. Gibbs so far here today, 3-for-3. He does have, I think, 2 runs scored, 1 steal, 2 steals to his name, 2 as well, as he's going to watch this first pitch sneak in there for a strike. righty-on-righty matchup. L.J. Kelzer standing at first after getting his first hit here of the afternoon. Kelzer, big lead, but won't go anywhere as this pitch is going to run inside for a ball. 1-1 is the count. Prevost comes set, throws over to first, got him, picked off Kelzer over there, so the baseball gods turn it around and get Kelzer as he's picked off over at first, and that does end the inning with Drew Gibbs standing at home, so he will come back to be your first batter in the top of the sixth inning. It's not without a little damage done, though, by Corning. Corning gets themselves two more runs on two more hits with one man left on base. No errors in the field, but Norton now trailing by 4 as we go into the bottom of the fifth inning. We'll be back here in 60 seconds.
Farm Bureau Financial Services of Norton is giving a big shout out to all the players and coaches of the Norton American Legion baseball team as they compete in the state championship tournament this weekend. It's never too early or too late to plan your financial future. You can contact Joy Johnson today.
Fun and Still Heating and Cooling is sure that the Norton American Legion baseball team will play cool under pressure and during their quest at the state championship tournament. Fun and Still Heating and Cooling provides maintenance on HVAC and heating units to keep you comfortable all year long.
Mad Duck Construction knows that the Norton American Legion baseball team has what it takes to go all the way this weekend in the state championship tournament. Good luck and bring home that trophy from Mad Duck Construction.
The Norton American Legion Post 63 is proud of all of the Norton American Legion baseball players and coaches for their hard work this season. Good luck and have fun this weekend as you go for the championship.
Everyone at United Northwest Federal Credit Union stands behind and supports all the efforts of the Norton American Legion baseball team. Good luck from United Northwest Federal Credit Union, where everything they do for you.
As we go to the bottom of the fifth inning, Norton trailing this one 8-4. Want to give a shout out to our sponsors again, Equity Bank, TNC Kitchen, and Farm Bureau Financial Services for making this broadcast possible here today on what's turned into now a breezy afternoon here from Concordia, Kansas. Sunny and breezy. It is late July baseball weather as Norton trying to slave off elimination. Here's a drive left center field for first batter of the game. That's going to drop in for a hit. That's going to be, let me get my correct spot here. Owen Hammond getting himself his second hit of the day with a single over there, bloop single over the head of the shortstop. We'll get Norton in action here now in the bottom of the fifth inning. Throw's going to be thrown over to Hammond as he does have one steal so far here today. 1 run scored and 1 RBI, 2 as well to his name this afternoon. He was part of that big 3-run third inning for Norton. He takes off for second now. Good throw, but Hammond's going to be there safely, and it gets away from the second baseman. Hammond now goes into third. What turns into 1 steal turns into 2 bases now here for Owen Hammond as he is all the way over to third on the throwing error by the catcher. So after a first pitch single, all of a sudden now Hammond standing 90 feet away for another run. 8-4 is your score right now. Bottom of the fifth inning, still an uphill climb for this Norton baseball squad, but can be done. Looking at a lot more on top of their game than they did last night. Of course, just ran into an absolute monster of a pitcher there from Iola. Couldn't do much about that one. Here, Sode have batted Ben Haverkamp around for 4 runs and 4 innings so far as we play through the fifth. There's going to be a high fly ball, shallow left field. Left fielder coming over. Is that deep enough? It will be. Tagging up from third and getting down is Hammond. Score is going to be in. That's going to make it 5-3 now. Norton trails this one, but inching even closer. Will be a second RBI now for Caden Seams as he gets the RBI or sack fly pop out to left field. Owen Hammond comes down and scores that run. Here's going to be the pitcher right back up the middle, past the second baseman as Gavin Dahlheim gets his first hit of the afternoon. First base now a popular place for this Norton offense. And still with one out here in this inning, they're still working through the middle of the order. Dahlheim's first hit on 3 attempts was hit by a pitch there in the third inning, was left at third, and now it's going to be up to Carter Kendall. He's 1 for 2 officially, got to first on a single, then reached to first on a error, came all the way around to score the first run of the game for Norton. Takes a half-hearted swing there at a fastball in the side for Kendall, and then popped out dead in the third. 0-1 count here to Kendall. Standing at first is Gavin Dahlheim. Decent little lead over there for the catcher. Third baseman now Kendall runs this count even at 1-1. Kendall so far this year, .280 batting average, 15 RBIs, and Kendall pokes it through the left side past the third baseman. Now Norton's working in action. Runners on first and second after back-to-back singles here. Ryan Prevo now comes up with an opportunity to make his name known in this one, a .263 batter with only 9 RBIs, but trying to make it possibly 10 and 11 here with runners on first and second. Prevo officially 0 for 2 so far here today. He did move Carter Kendall over in that third inning as Prevo takes it right to shortstop. 2 for 1 over to first. Throw is wild by the second baseman. 5th error already today by Corning, as coming in to score will be Gavin Dahlheim on the error. Prevo's going to be safe at first, and Prevo's going to make it all the way up to second base on the single. Error on second. It's going to be an out for Carter Kendall on what was going to be the double play. They'll make that 2 errors now for Corning here in this error alone, as Tyler Stewart comes up to bat. A sack RBI in the second inning, drove in that first run of the game for Norton, popped out to center field in his second, made that gorgeous running catch there at the top of this inning, but was ruled not in the field of play. We'll get my words out here this morning, yet still tries that one high left side, but it's going to be a foul ball in between the third baseman and left fielder, staying alive for one more attempt here for Tyler Stewart. Corning still up here 8-6, but Norton threatening here. They've been just real close here this entire contest. Need to get a few more hits together here with 2 outs. It's going to be Tyler Stewart taking a half-hearted swing at that one. No swing, actually, is going to be the call. Good eye, though, as that ball was low and away. It's going to be 1-1 now count on the 9-hole hitter. Brian Prevo stands at second after the throwing error by the second baseman. Prevo kind of takes off for first, and actually it's a courtesy runner out there. I believe... No, it's not. It's still Ryan Prevo out there at second. Back to second. Throw is going to be safe as Prevo dives in there safely. Stands up there, wipes that tar off of his pants. This artificial turf field here in Concordia. 2-1 count's going to be driven off to the backside. And that is right. It is going to be a pinch runner actually there at second. Kai Cox is going to be the courtesy runner for the pitcher as Tyler Stewart fouls that one off, spoils it for another day. Now 2-2 count. 2 outs here. Here comes the pitch. Stewart rips that one down the third base line well ahead of that changeup. It's going to stay alive here to face another day. Norton's put up 2 runs here in the bottom of the 5th inning on just 3 hits so far. As now Stewart rips this one right behind home plate. Foul ball yet again. Ben Haverkamp still out there for Corning. Pitching pretty darn good so far here today. Has allowed 6 runs on 6 hits so far here today. Here's a chopper to the Haverkamp, though. As he gets it, swings it on over to the first baseman, and that's going to end the half inning for Norton. Ground out 1-3 is going to be the official call, but not without Norton doing a little damage here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Norton gets themselves 2 more runs on 3 hits, 1 error in the field, and 1 man left on base for this Norton offense. Upcoming for Corning when we come back, it will be the middle of the order. We'll be back here on KQ&K in just 60 seconds.
Donovan Excavating knows the Norton American Legion baseball players and coaches will dig deep and try hard to win the state championship this weekend. Donovan Excavating is your first call for all of your oil field and farm dirt construction needs.
Hopalong IT Services of Norton wishes the best of luck to the Norton American Legion baseball team this weekend. Hopalong IT Services offers local IT support for residents and small to mid-sized businesses.
Everyone at Moffitt Drug are big fans of the Norton American Legion baseball team, and they know the team will bring their game this weekend at the state championship tournament. Good luck from Moffitt Drug, your hometown pharmacy in Norton.
Breeze Crop Agency joins in on cheering the Norton American Legion baseball players and coaches as they breeze through the competition this weekend. At Breeze Crop Agency, they know the importance of investing in you and your future.
Cole Family Eye Care is cheering on the Norton American Legion baseball players and coaches as they compete in the state championship tournament. Cole Family Eye Care provides quality eye care and vision needs for the entire family.
Good one brewing here in the late innings. It's going to be Corning taking the batter's box here in the top of the 6th inning, leading 8-6. Norton put up 1 run in the 2nd, 3 runs in the 3rd, and 2 runs there in the 5th inning. Get them where they stand, only 2 runs down. Ryan Prevost back on the mound here dealing for Norton as he throws a first pitch strike to Drew Gibbs. He was at the plate the last inning when L.J. Kelzer got thrown out, stealing his 2nd. Now rips this one right to the shortstop. That's going to be a pop-out 6. As in the right place, right time was Colin Springer. Gets the first out of the inning. And the first out of the inning is recorded on 2 quick pitches. Royce Fisher so far in here today got himself 1 hit, 1 for 3 officially. Strikeout in the 1st inning, single run there in the 3rd. Popped out there in the 4th, Takes first pitch low and away, takes second pitch low and away. Now ahead in this count, 2-0 is Fisher. Corning's put up runs in every inning but the 4th inning. They put up 1 in the 1st, 1 in the 2nd, 4 in the 3rd, and 2 in the 5th here. Quickly 1 out already, but Royce Fisher heading this count 3-0 versus Prevost. There's going to be a pitch low, but we're going to call it a strike. So now 3-1 is going to be the official count. Ryan Prevost been working here since the top of the 4th inning. He took over for Caden Seams, who went 3 innings, gave up 6 hits, 3 strikeouts, 6 runs, and 3 walks. Also hit 2 batters, too, as well. As Prevost loses Fisher on this one, gives himself a walk, gives a free runner now over there on the first base side. That's actually the first walk that Prevost has issued so far here today. Brett Heineman, 0 for 3 so far. Popped out in the 1st, struck out twice in the 3rd and 4th. Quick throw back over to Fisher. Fisher not that big of a threat to run, but Corning so far here today, Corning has 6 steals on this afternoon, so Prevost kind of in a rhythm to get those balls quickly over there. Prevost comes set with the 0-0. That one's going to be a strike right down the middle on the big first baseman for Corning. Norton's got a whole Corning here scoreless, and they'll have 6 more outs to work with, trailing by 2, 8-6 as we play in the top of the 6th inning. 0-1 is your count. Prevost back over to Fisher. Fisher back in easily. Kind of a little jog, light jog in there for Fisher, but got to keep an eye on that base runner over at first. Prevost comes set now with the 0-1 pitch. Brings it into Haverkamp. That one's going to be a little high and outside. 1-1 is your count. Brett Heidemann at the plate right now, 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts to his name so far here today. First baseman has some decent plays in the field, but nothing to write home about on the plate so far. This one's going to be a strike right down the middle on a little changeup that stayed high. It is going to find the top part of the zone. 1-2 now the count for Preview. We got a quick first out with Drew Gibbs when he popped out to a shortstop right to the shortstop Colin Springer. Race Fisher followed that up with a 4-pitch walk. And now at the plate, Brett Heidemann. Perfect double play opportunity. This one's driven to right field, though. Right fielder under it. Pops it out. Royce Fisher's going to have to stay where he is. 2 outs now for Corning. Norton just trying to keep this deficit right where it is. 8-6 as we play into the top of the 6th inning. Now upcoming will be asking for the pitch count here for Prevost, trying to double check where he's at. Of course, got to keep track of that as we get into the top of the 6th inning. Came in the 4th inning, already second pitcher here for Norton. He's going to face off against Henry Heidemann. He's also 0 for 3 here today as the 5 and 6 hitters hitless so far for Corning. The strikeout in the second, 2 pop-outs in the third and the fourth. This one's going to be a high pop-up down the right side, close to the net. Good reach by the catcher, but couldn't quite get there. Strike is going to go on the count. It's been a good day behind the plate for Gavin Thalheim as he's made some pretty darn incredible plays. Also a lot of plays that hasn't been made, but just hustle that gets shown at this level. As loser of this game will go home in a double elimination tournament. Of course, Norton lost last night 8-0. Corning got here with a loss to Concordia yesterday, 5-3. Norton trying to fight on for a second game here today in Concordia. Prevost takes a few steps over to Fisher. First base gets him back. Fisher, like we said, not a real threat to run, not a huge lead, about 2 steps away from first. Prevost comes set now on the 1-0 pitch. Brings that one in. That's going to be low in the dirt. Picked out there by Thalheim. But again, one of those unsung plays that you don't see. If that ball gets away, Royce Fisher's in the scoring position with 2 outs, and this deficit could get bigger than 2, one of which Norton needs to keep it. There goes Fisher. We're just talking about his ability not to run. It's going to be a strike. So kind of got everyone here. We were saying, yeah, not going to run, not going to run. But by golly, there he goes. So now standing at second with the 7th steal of the day for Corning, but it was a strike to Heidemann. So Prevost 1 strike away from getting out of this one. That's going to be grounded left side through the hole and actually caught by the shortstop. It's going to hit Fisher. So just like in the first game, we saw someone get hit, base runner, it's going to be an out as Fisher was running around at second base, going for third. And no damage is done here in the top of the 6th inning by Corning. And no hits, no runs, 1 man left on base for Corning, no errors in the field for Norton as we go to the bottom of the 6th. 6 more outs for Norton to make a comeback, trailing here 6-4. We'll be back after this 60-second timeout.
The bank is proud of all of the players and coaches of the Norton American Legion baseball team and all they have achieved this season. Good luck this weekend at the state championship tournament from The Bank, here for all your ag loan needs.
Bullock Incorporated knows that all the hard work and effort put in this season by the players and coaches of the Norton American Legion baseball will pay off this weekend during the state championship. Don't forget Bullock Incorporated for all your oil exploration and oil well service needs.
Boxler Insurance joins the community in supporting the Norton American Legion baseball team as they compete for the 2024 state championship. Boxler Insurance, the insurance store providing services since 1931.
Otters, Inc. recognizes all the hard work and dedication the players and coaches of the Norton American Legion baseball team put in all season long, and they wish them the best of luck this weekend. From Otters, Inc., building angle dozer blades since 1958.
Cowpoke Supply hopes the Norton American Legion baseball team hits it out of the park this weekend at the state championship tournament. Good luck from Cowpoke Supply, where they have everything you could need for any building or remodeling project.
A big thank you to our sponsors here this morning as we roll on into the late morning hours. Pond and Still Heating and Cooling, and Mad Duck Construction, and of course KQ&K. Your partners bringing you a Norton baseball here today. It is officially past noon, and we're just short of a 2-hour contest right now. 10:19 was our first pitch here today, and right now Norton down to their final 6 outs. They're going to start off with the leadoff hitter at the bat. Colin Springer is officially 0 for 4, is grounded out to second base twice, grounded out to the pitcher once, looking for his first hit today, and that's going to go to the first baseman. First baseman gets off of it. Springer has the speed, and he's going to be safe there at first base. That was a tough play. The first baseman got pulled off. Second was trying to cover it. Don't know what they're going to officially score. I'm going to throw it down as a hit for right now, and we're going to see what happens. But late inning heroics possibly here for Norton. Runner at first, no outs, bottom of the 6th inning. Trailing here 8-6, trying to manufacture a run, cut this deficit down to 1 or even possibly tie, maybe even take the lead as the top of the order comes through here for Norton. Logan Willauer is next up to bat. He's 2 for 3 with a double and a single plus a run scored 2 as well. He skies this one high to the right side. That one's going to get foul and out of play. Even up this count now, 1-1. A different Norton team than we saw last night. Got no hit by Iola. Couldn't get their first base runner until the 5th inning. Here they are with an opportunity to knock off a Corning team that had a decent run at a state title last year. They went 2-2 here in this tournament. Ended up falling, I believe, in the bottom side of this double elimination bracket, but a lot of these same guys back. So a good young Norton team that's got some possibilities, trying to make a run here. Here's a drive, shortstop. Gibbs just kind of threw his glove up there. The shortstop made that catch over his head. It all ran nicely into the hands of Willauer and couldn't quite power that one out to the outfield. So first out now for Willauer, as that will bring up Jaden Boyle. He is 1 for 3 so far here tonight with a single, gone all the way to third in the first inning before being left there. Strikeout 2 as well in the third. He watches this 0-0 pitch go past him for a ball, ahead in this count now 1-0. Ben Haverkamp still out there for Corning. Pumps this one in there for a ball 2 as well, just a little bit too tight inside for the umpire's liking. 2-0 is the count to your 3-hole hitter. 2-0 is going to be flying in the center field. Under center moves Hunter Lehman. So 2 quick outs, though, here for Norton. In threat of giving this lead-off single up here to Corning, as Owen Hammond steps into the batter's box, officially 2 for 2, walked in the first inning. Had a single in the third and fifth, turned both of those into a runs along with 2 steals and an RBI. Hammond takes a rip to second base, eats up the second baseman, but on to first and for the third out. So Norton gets themselves a hit here in this bottom of the 6th inning, but a 4-3 ground out takes the chance away from Norton here in the bottom of the 6th. They're going to have to hold Corning scoreless here as we go to the top of the 7th. In that 6th inning, Norton gets 1 hit, no runs, 1 man left on base, and no errors committed in the field by Corning. We'll be back here after this 60-second break from Concordia, Kansas.
As the Norton American Legion baseball team takes their hard work and dedication to the state championship this weekend, Equity Bank follows them with all the support they deserve. Equity Bank, right here beside you every step of the way.
TNC Kitchen roots for the home team and wishes them all good luck this weekend at the state championship tournament. Don't forget TNC Kitchen offers breakfast all day, every day, and be sure to check out their daily noon and evening specials.
Farm Bureau Financial Services of Norton is giving a big shout out to all the players and coaches of the Norton American Legion baseball team as they compete in the state championship tournament this weekend. It's never too early or too late to plan your financial future. You can contact Joy Johnson today.
Fun and Still Heating and Cooling is sure that the Norton American Legion baseball team will play cool under pressure and during their quest at the state championship tournament. Fun and Still Heating and Cooling provides maintenance on HVAC and heating units to keep you comfortable all year long.
Mad Duck Construction knows that the Norton American Legion baseball team has what it takes to go all the way this weekend in the state championship tournament. Good luck and bring home that trophy from Mad Duck Construction.
Into the seventh inning we go. 3 more outs for Norton. Coming up in the bottom of the seventh, but they have to keep Corning scoreless here in the top of the seventh. 8-6 is your score as Ryan Prevost is back onto the mound for the Norton American Legion. First pitch is called a strike to Paxton Bowers. Bowers has had himself a nice game so far. 2 singles, a walk, 3 runs scored, and 2 steals too as well. Skies this one high in the left field as Tyler Stewart makes that play. Kind of a leaping play there. Nonetheless, an out for the first out. A big one too there for Norton. This bottom of the Corning lineup, besides 9-hole hitters, which is in the whole Miles Wimberly, has been excellent so far here today. Ben Haverkamp has pitched this entire game for Corning so far, and he's going to step into the left-handed side of the batter's box. He is 2 for 2. He has a single, a double, 2 runs scored, 3 RBIs, and 2 steals to his name too as well, along with pitching this entire contest for this Corning squad. First pitch is going to be a ball to Haverkamp. Ryan Prevost still out there on the mound for Norton. Second pitch is high. Of course, loser of this contest goes on home. Winner of this contest will take on the loser of the 7th game of this tournament, which will be between Smith County and Hiawatha. And that game coming up here after this one. Then at 3:30, Corning and Iola square off on the winner's side of the bracket. 3-0 count now to Haverkamp. Prevost comes set, deals pitches. That one's in there for a strike. Gets themselves a little getting the over strike. 3-1 now to the left-handed batter, Ian Haverkamp. Or Ben Haverkamp, excuse me. Prevost brings it in, kicks, steals. That's going to be a strike on the outside corner. Rolls that one full. Full count. Just as before mentioned, good frame count from that catcher, Talheim. 3-2 pitch. That one's grounded right side. Second baseman gets down to it, over to first. 2 outs now here for Norton. 4-3 is how the second out of this inning is going to go. Going to have to keep this deficit right here, as upcoming will be Miles Wimberly. He is officially 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Does have 2 hit by pitches, though, in the second and third inning. Got left on base in each inning. This Norton pitching staff has done a good job. They've left 9 Corning players on base so far. They still trail here 8-6, but have given themselves an opportunity here, hopefully going into the bottom of the 7th, only trailing by 2. Prevost gets the first pitch across, gets the second one fouled off the right knee of Wimberly. Now down in the hole is Wimberly, 0-2. Prevost came in after 3 innings pitched by Caden Seams. Seams gave up 6 runs on 6 hits, 3 strikeouts, 3 walks, and 2 hit by pitches. 0-2 pitch now coming for Miles Wimberly. Ryan Prevost trying to get the last out of this inning, keep this deficit at 2. Shakes off the first, comes set with the second. That one's going to be pitched too high over the head of Wimberly. 1 and 2 now is your count. Prevost shakes off the first pitch too as well. Likes the second one. I think likes the change up here again. Let's throw it again. Comes set, belt high, brings that one in way out in front. Just barely got that one. Kind of a wiffle ball looking swing there from Wimberly. Now I think it's time to go to that fastball. Wimberly has been chasing early on here in this one, trying to get the final out of this top of the 7th. 8-6 is your score. Norton has not led this entire game, but they have kept it close. Through 1-2 pitch is going to be driven, tossed up foul territory straight behind us and out of play. Corning jumped out to a 1-0 lead in the first inning, jumped out 2-1 top of the second. Norton got themselves 1 run in the bottom of the second. Corning went up 4 in the third, while Norton answered with 3. Both teams got 2 in the fifth. Here's a swing and a miss now by Miles Wimberly. A big strikeout by Ryan Prevost is going to keep this deficit right where we're at. We're going to be back here. No runs, no hits, no errors in the field, no men left on base for Corning. Last chance for romance for Norton. We're going to be back here in 60 seconds.
The Norton American Legion Post 63 is proud of all of the Norton American Legion baseball players and coaches for their hard work this season. Good luck and have fun this weekend as you go for the championship.
Everyone at United Northwest Federal Credit Union stands behind and supports all the efforts of the Norton American Legion baseball team. Good luck from United Northwest Federal Credit Union, where everything they do for you.
Donovan Excavating knows the Norton American Legion baseball players and coaches will dig deep and try hard to win the state championship this weekend. Donovan Excavating is your first call for all of your oil field and farm dirt construction needs.
Hopalong IT Services of Norton wishes the best of luck to the Norton American Legion baseball team this weekend. Hopalong IT Services offers local IT support for residents and small to mid-sized businesses.
Everyone at Moffitt Drug are big fans of the Norton American Legion baseball team, and they know the team will bring their game this weekend at the state championship tournament. Good luck from Moffitt Drug, your hometown pharmacy in Norton.
3 more outs here for Norton to do something with. Trailing going into the bottom of the 7th, 8-6 versus Corning. Ben Haverkamp still back on the mound. Just heard his pitch count. It is 99. We believe that the pitch count, or I guess the maximum you can get, is 105. So unless he can get 3 outs with 6 pitches, we're going to see another pitcher come in, as Haverkamp has been absolutely masterful here in this one. He has given up all 6 runs, but has pitched pretty darn good in some tight spots when he is needed to. It is going to be the middle of the order. Caden Seams, Gavin Tallheim, and Carter Kendall up for Norton here in the bottom of this 7th inning. Seams is going to lead this one off. He is officially 1-for-2. He has a single, a sacrifice, and a walk. Went around and scored 2 RBIs, 2 as well. Righty-righty matchup. Pitch 100 is down in for a strike. Down in the count now, 0-1 is Caden Seams. Started this game off pitching, pitched 3 innings. Gave up 6 earned runs, 6 hits on 3 strikeouts, 3 walks, and 2 hits by pitches. As you watch pitches 2 come through, this one's driven left field. It's going to go deep. It's driving left fielder back off the bottom of the wall. Caden Seams is digging for 2. Norton's going to have a base runner here in the bottom of the 7th, trailing by 2. Caden Seams got a hold of that one, and if that had hit the portion of the wall that's a little bit lower, about 3 feet lower to the right, that would have been the first home run for Norton season this year. We are going to have a timeout, and with Ben Haverkamp close to his pitch count, that is going to be his day. So Ben Haverkamp is going to go 6 innings, 7 hits, 6 earned runs, holding on to a 2-run lead as they're going to bring in the left fielder. Where are we at here? Henry Heineman for the pitching duty. We're going to take a 60-second timeout, bring you right back here, Concordia. Norton threatening in the bottom of the 7th.
Breeze Crop Agency joins in on cheering the Norton American Legion baseball players and coaches as they breeze through the competition this weekend. At Breeze Crop Agency, they know the importance of investing in you and your future.
Cole Family Eye Care is cheering on the Norton American Legion baseball players and coaches as they compete in the state championship tournament. Cole Family Eye Care provides quality eye care and vision needs for the entire family.
The bank is proud of all of the players and coaches of the Norton American Legion baseball team and all they have achieved this season. Good luck this weekend at the state championship tournament from The Bank, here for all your ag loan needs.
Bullock Incorporated knows that all the hard work and effort put in this season by the players and coaches of the Norton American Legion baseball will pay off this weekend during the state championship. Don't forget Bullock Incorporated for all your oil exploration and oil well service needs.
Boxler Insurance joins the community in supporting the Norton American Legion baseball team as they compete for the 2024 state championship. Boxler Insurance, the insurance store providing services since 1931.
On the second pitch that he sees, Caden Seams drives a ball deep to left center field, gets himself a double, and in the bottom of the seventh with no outs, Norton trailing 8-6. Corning is going to have to go to their bullpen. They're going to call on left fielder Henry Heidemann now, number 30 out there, big right-handy, little bit different pitcher, but we saw this last night in the Concordia game. Concordia had a pitcher that went 6 1/3 innings. Bullpen almost gave this game up to Corning. Let's see what Norton can do here. It is going to be Gavin Tallheim officially here today, 1-4-2, and that pitch gets away from the catcher. So now the not quite tying run, but to bring one run closer, is now 30 feet away with a wild pitch. On the first pitch from Heidemann, it goes to the backstop as Caden Seams moves up to third base. 1 ball, no strikes to Tallheim. That one's going to be in there for a strike. 1-1 now your count. It's going to be Tallheim, Kendall, and Prevost up for Norton next. Tallheim does have 1 run scored here in this one, all the way to third in the second. Heidemann pitches so hard, loses that hat. It's going to be a ball outside. 2-1 is your count. Norton has trailed this entire contest, trailing here 8-6. 1 run, though, 90 feet away, as that one almost gets away from the catcher as it's outside again. Good job just to get a hands on it by L.J. Kelzer there. Saved a run there. Tallheim representing the tying run. Kendall on deck representing go-ahead run. 3-1 pitch. That one does get away for the catcher. Runner comes down from third, play at home. He is safe. It is 8-7 now, and the tying run stands at first base with the walk. On the wild pitch there, third one here today. Second straight wild pitch in this at-bat. Caden Seams comes home and scores a run. It's going to be Carter Kendall now, who is officially a 1-4-2. Drew a single there in the fifth, got a single on an error in the second, and scored Norton's first run of the inning. And we're going to have another pitching change for Corning. We're going to take a 60-second timeout, bring it right back here as Norton is threatening bottom of the seventh inning.
Otters, Inc. recognizes all the hard work and dedication the players and coaches of the Norton American Legion baseball team put in all season long, and they wish them the best of luck this weekend. From Otters, Inc., building angle dozer blades since 1958.
Cowpoke Supply hopes the Norton American Legion baseball team hits it out of the park this weekend at the state championship tournament. Good luck from Cowpoke Supply, where they have everything you could need for any building or remodeling project.
As the Norton American Legion baseball team takes their hard work and dedication to the state championship this weekend, Equity Bank follows them with all the support they deserve. Equity Bank, right here beside you every step of the way.
TNC Kitchen roots for the home team and wishes them all good luck this weekend at the state championship tournament. Don't forget TNC Kitchen offers breakfast all day, every day, and be sure to check out their daily noon and evening specials.
Farm Bureau Financial Services of Norton is giving a big shout out to all the players and coaches of the Norton American Legion baseball team as they compete in the state championship tournament this weekend. It's never too early or too late to plan your financial future. You can contact Joy Johnson today.
Norton threatening here in the bottom of the seventh. Now it will be pitching Drew Gibbs. He moves in from shortstop. Second baseman moves over. Hunter Lehman comes in from the outfield for Corning, moves into second base. Second baseman Paxton Bowers shifts over to shortstop. But winning run stands at first. It's going to be a first throw over to make sure Gavin Tallheim stays in check over there at first. Winning tying run at first, winning run at the plate. Carter Kendall represents that winning run. First pitch to him, that's going to be low and away. Just saw 2 wild pitches thrown by Henry Heidemann, who came in of relief, gave up the 2 wild pitches, gave up that run. It's going to be an earned run for starter Ben Haverkamp, who pitched masterfully in this one as Carter Thiem started this inning off with a double. Got in with those wild pitches. 0-1 pitch. That one's going to be fouled straight back over the netting. 1-1 now your count. Bottom of the order, Carter Kendall here, Ryan Prevost, Tyler Stewart, if anyone gets on. No out so far here today. Throw over to first. Quick move there by the new pitcher, Drew Gibbs, too, as well. Norton's going to have to be careful over there at first not to get too big of a lead. Gavin Tallheim steps over there at first. Decent little lead. 1-1 pitch is low and away. 2-1 now your count to your 7-hole hitter, Carter Kendall. Ryan Prevost will come up next. That pitch is low and away. 3-1 now to Carter Kendall. Prevost will be up, still looking for his first hit so far here today. Has a sacrifice, a strikeout, and reached to second on a throwing error by the third baseman, Royce Fisher, in the 5th inning. 3 balls, 1 strike. Bottom of the 7th inning, 8-7 is our score. Kendall squares to bunt, swings and misses at that one, and we're going to work a full count now. Norton runner on first, Gavin Tallheim. Kendall stands in there tall with a full count. Brings that one in, pops this one up. It's going to be taken by the pitcher on soft contact, and that's going to be the first out of the inning for Norton. 1 down. Tying run still standing over at first. Norton has trailed this entire contest. Biggest inning they had was a 3-run 3rd inning. And they kept this deficit at 2 for most of this contest. 8-7 here, throw over to first, doesn't get away from Tallheim. This would be a great time for one of those throws from the catcher to get away from that first pitcher. It's going to be Ryan Prevost coming up now here, still again mentioned 0 for 2, 0 for 1 officially, a sack out that moved the runner. Prevost rips it down the right field line. It is going to be foul for the first strike. Moved the runners over in the 2nd inning, manufactured Norton's first run of the game, struck out in the 3rd, and then picked up a base run on the 5th on a throwing error by the 3rd baseman. Pitcher here today trying to help his own cause. Watches this one go down and inside for first ball. 1-1 now is the count here on Ryan Prevost. 2 wild pitches thrown earlier this inning by Henry Heidemann. Drew in the 7th run of the game. This one darn near gets away from the catcher again. But now Prevost works the count in his favor, 2-1. Tyler Stewart will be up next. Ryan Prevost representing the winning run at home. Tying run at first in Gavin Tallheim. He marked himself a walk and throwing that in there for a strike. Ryan Prevost gets this count now at 2-2. Pitching on the mound, 3rd pitcher of the day for Corning. It will be Drew Gibbs, and he gets Ryan Prevost swinging. So a big second out there for Corning. Ryan Prevost goes down for the 2nd time on strike. Now it will be Tyler Stewart. Brought himself a nice running catch in left field, was not called an out. How big is that out now? That did manufacture a run for Corning there in the 5th inning. First pitch is going to be outside for a ball as Stewart looking for his first hit so far today. Drew that sack RBI in the 2nd inning for the first run, popped out in the 4th, grounded out in the 5th. Another snap throw over to first. Corning trailing this one 8-7, bottom of the 7th inning. Tying run at first, winning run at home, 2 outs. 1-0 count now to Tyler Stewart. Brings this one in. That's going to be inside fastball for a strike. Dots the inside corner. 1-1. Good fight here from a Norton squad. Young Norton squad that had a tough time last night, but staying alive here. Double elimination game. Stewart grounds this one to shortstop. Should be a routine play. Goes to second, and that does it for Corning. Corning wins this contest 8-7 as they hold on the come from behind berth for Norton in what was a classic here towards the end of this contest. Norton's season officially, though, comes to an end with a 10-15 record on the year with an 8-7 loss to Corning. We're going to take a timeout, bring it right back here, take a peek at our final stats as Norton falls 8-7 in 7 innings.
Fun Still Heating and Cooling is sure that the Norton American Legion baseball team will play cool under pressure and during their quest at the state championship tournament. Fun Still Heating and Cooling provides maintenance on HVAC and heating units to keep you comfortable all year long.
Mad Duck Construction knows that the Norton American Legion baseball team has what it takes to go all the way this weekend in the state championship tournament. Good luck and bring home that trophy from Mad Duck Construction.
The Norton American Legion Post 63 is proud of all of the Norton American Legion baseball players and coaches for their hard work this season. Good luck and have fun this weekend as you go for the championship.
Everyone at United Northwest Federal Credit Union stands behind and supports all the efforts of the Norton American Legion baseball team. Good luck from United Northwest Federal Credit Union, where everything they do for you.
Donovan Excavating knows the Norton American Legion baseball players and coaches will dig deep and try hard to win the state championship this weekend. Donovan Excavating is your first call for all of your oil field and farm dirt construction needs.
Hopalong IT Services of Norton wishes the best of luck to the Norton American Legion baseball team this weekend. Hopalong IT Services offers local IT support for residents and small to mid-sized businesses.
Everyone at Moffitt Drug are big fans of the Norton American Legion baseball team, and they know the team will bring their game this weekend at the state championship tournament. Good luck from Moffitt Drug, your hometown pharmacy in Norton.
Breeze Crop Agency joins in on cheering the Norton American Legion baseball players and coaches as they breeze through the competition this weekend. At Breeze Crop Agency, they know the importance of investing in you and your future.
Cole Family Eye Care is cheering on the Norton American Legion baseball players and coaches as they compete in the state championship tournament. Cole Family Eye Care provides quality eye care and vision needs for the entire family.
The bank is proud of all of the players and coaches of the Norton American Legion baseball team and all they have achieved this season. Good luck this weekend at the state championship tournament from The Bank, here for all your ag loan needs.
Max Blasky back with you here from Concordia, Kansas. It was almost a comeback bid for a young Norton squad here in the Class 2A state baseball tournament from Concordia, but they fall to Corning in double elimination matchup 8-7. Corning almost gave this one away towards the end. Norton had their tying run at first base, could not come up with a hit after Caden Seams knocked in a double to start the bottom of the seventh. Gavin Tallheim drove him home with a single, but then a pop-out, strikeout, and ground out ended this comeback bid for Norton here in the state tournament. It was a good game overall. We saw Norton last night have a struggle with the top-seeded Iola squad, but the bats came alive here tonight. Norton ended up with 7 hits on 7 runs, no errors in the field, and I mentioned it there at the very end. Tyler Stewart had a heck of a catch there. I believe it was in the 5th inning. Would have been the 3rd and final out of the contest. Would have kept Corning at 6 runs on the game, but he was ruled out of the field of play, caught it kind of in the bullpen section in the left field. Corning went on to score 2 more runs in that inning, and that ended up being the differential in this contest, 8-7, your final score. Norton again ended 7 hits, 7 runs, no errors in the field. They did end up leaving 7 men on base in this contest. Meanwhile, for Corning, they tried everything they could to give Norton this contest. They hit 9 hits on 8 runs, 5 errors in the field, and they left 9 men on base over this entire contest. Caden Seams started this contest out for Norton. He ended up going 3 innings, gave up 6 of the 8 runs here
Bullock
today.
Incorporated knows that all the hard work and effort put in this season by the players and coaches of the Norton American Legion baseball will pay off.
Ended up giving up 6 hits there on the day, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, 2 hits by pitch, as he will take the loss. Ryan Prevost came in a good relief, ended up pitching 4 innings of 2-run ball here in this elimination game. Gave up those 2 runs on 2 strikeouts, ended up giving only up 3 hits too as well, but it just wasn't enough offense at the end of the day for Norton to make a comeback bid as they end their season 10-15 after falling to Corning 8-7. We're going to take one more final break. Hear our last word from our sponsors. When we come back, we'll take a look at how this tournament has played out and take a look at how the rest of this season worked out for Norton. Again, Norton American Legion falls to Corning in their second elimination game of the weekend, 8-7. We'll be back after this break.
Boxler Insurance joins the community in supporting the Norton American Legion baseball team as they compete for the 2024 state championship. Boxler Insurance, the insurance store providing services since 1931.
Otters, Inc. recognizes all the hard work and dedication the players and coaches of the Norton American Legion baseball team put in all season long, and they wish them the best of luck this weekend. From Otters, Inc., building angle dozer blades since 1958.
Cowpoke Supply hopes the Norton American Legion baseball team hits it out of the park this weekend at the state championship tournament. Good luck from Cowpoke Supply, where they have everything you could need for any building or remodeling project.
As the Norton American Legion baseball team takes their hard work and dedication to the state championship this weekend, Equity Bank follows them with all the support they deserve. Equity Bank, right here beside you every step of the way.
TNC Kitchen roots for the home team and wishes them all good luck this weekend at the state championship tournament. Don't forget TNC Kitchen offers breakfast all day, every day, and be sure to check out their daily noon and evening specials.
Farm Bureau Financial Services of Norton is giving a big shout out to all the players and coaches of the Norton American Legion baseball team as they compete in the state championship tournament this weekend. It's never too early or too late to plan your financial future. You can contact Joy Johnson today.
Fun and Still Heating and Cooling is sure that the Norton American Legion baseball team will play cool under pressure and during their quest at the state championship tournament. Fun and Still Heating and Cooling provides maintenance on HVAC and heating units to keep you comfortable all year long.
Mad Duck Construction knows that the Norton American Legion baseball team has what it takes to go all the way this weekend in the state championship tournament. Good luck and bring home that trophy from Mad Duck Construction.
Bullock Incorporated knows that all the hard work and effort put in this season by the players and coaches of the Norton American Legion baseball will pay off this weekend during the state championship. Don't forget Bullock Incorporated for all your oil exploration and oil well service needs.
A big congratulations to this young Norton squad that finishes off their season 10-15 with this 8-7 loss to Corning. Of course, a big thank you to our sponsors that made the broadcast possible all weekend, including the Norton American Legion, United Northwest Federal Credit Union, Donovan Excavating, Hopalong IT Services, Moffitt Drug, Breeze Crop Agency, Cole Family Eye Care, the Bank in Norton, Bullock Incorporated, Boxler Insurance, Otters Incorporated, Cowpoke Supply, Equity Bank, TNC Kitchen, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Fun and Still Heating and Cooling, and Mad Dog Construction. So for the second straight year, Norton bows out on the bottom side of the Class 2A state tournament here in Concordia. Look to have the same team back next year with experience coming back. Almost a pull off from or come from behind victory for this Norton squad over Corning, but couldn't quite do it. 8-7. Top side of the bracket play is going to get underway now with 3-seeded Smith County and 2-seeded Hiawatha later this afternoon. 4-seeded Concordia and 1-seed Iola are going to square off at 3:30. So top 4 seeds all make it to round number 2. Meanwhile, later tonight, Marysville sneaked out a 6-2 win over Independence to continue their season one more game. They're going to play at 8:30, and then Corning will take on the loser of the Smith County Hiawatha game later on this afternoon at 6 o'clock. Again, Norton falls in first round action the other night, 8-0 to Iola. They fall today 8-7 to finish their season 10-15. For all the players and coaches out there, we give them a big congratulations. For all of you that listened in all the weekend long on KQ&K, we thank you for that too as well. Thank you to the sponsors. A big shout out to Mandy Fick back in the studio too as well, that everything made everything run smoothly this weekend. Max Blasky signing off from Concordia, Kansas. We will see you next year when American Legion baseball season rolls back around.